now. So, you are all here because you have a contract. A contract was put out a few days ago to find Displacer Beast tentacles. You were told to come to the Slayer Take, get some information from Merton, as he could give you a little more information on Displacer Beasts and the like. And also might have had a lead on where you could find the creatures. You know from reading over the contracts that you are going to be getting 200 gold per tentacle. You don't know how many tentacles a Displacer Beast has, but you're hoping that's going to get you a fair bit of dosh.
Must be 50 at least.
Yeah. So, who do we see walking through the doors into the Slayer's Take on this day? Who is undertaking the quest for Displacer Beast tentacles?
I am the red-skinned Lucian, a very well-armoured paladin.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep, sorry, Tyndall's off you go.
I'm a tiny little gnome, druid. That's pretty much it. She likes to turn into a bear. She's very keen on monsters and eating them. And she's, a bit short and stocky.
You're like a tiny version of Herlock that's less loud and obnoxious.
Yes, yeah.
She's working on the obnoxious bit.
Yeah. It takes a lot of practice to be as obnoxious as Herlock is.
Yeah.
Cool. So, in comes red-skinned man, fully plated up in armour, followed by a stocky, wide-eyed halfling, and in behind them comes...
Estegon is a wood elf. Mostly being a hunter when he was in his tribe. You see he's wearing his longbow, which is his main weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, so a slightly grubby, outdoorsy type wood elf, big bow in his hand, stroking it lovingly. And following after him...
In walks a young-looking half-elf with some slightly singed robes and hair and skin. He looks like he just walked through fire.
Yeah, it's like smell of smoke wafts the entire room.
Pretty much, yeah. He's still wiping a little bit of soot off of him. And right behind him, he's leading in his quieter tiefling friend who apparently is a frail tiefling in robes. They're also slightly burnt. They look a bit similar, except one's a tiefling and one's a half-elf. Not sure why the other one's quiet, but he just is.
Yeah, I've just seen Benjamin's mic isn't working. It's a shame.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help him out with the deal.
Yeah, you guys work quietly on that, and I hope it gets working. If not, it's fine. You know, you can text to us, and I'll ingratiate your actions for you. So Martin, the sort of small halfling behind the desk, with Urzin beside him, another halfling, kind of looks up at this crowd and counts over you all like, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five halflings. 5 adventurers, and 3 of them are tieflings. I feel like we're getting more of your kind every day. Not that I'm complaining, I'm rather partial to tieflings myself. How are you all doing this fine day?
I think there are only 2.
1, 2... Oh no, there was supposed to be another tiefling, but he couldn't make it. Carriage troubles, I understand. That is a shame. Still, as I understand from the last mission he was on, perhaps him not being there will improve your odds. He won't draw every single enemy for a mile with a giant frog monster. But that was a different story, a different day. How are you all this fine day? Are you ready to hunt?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That is good, because you'll need to be. Displacer beasts are nasty creatures. Dangerous. I would try and avoid fighting them in a group if you can. They do hunt in packs, but catch them on their own. But anyway, the contract. It is 200 gold per tentacle. And the gentleman said he has a lead on where you might be able to find the beasts.
I mean, do you have any advice regarding, hunting the creatures? Just before we start.
Hunting them. Finding them, I'm not sure about. Luckily, like I said, we have a man for that. But fighting them, from what I've heard, they are very difficult to hit. They almost appear to be in two places at once. And until you strike them for the first time, it's very hard to discern which one you should hit.
So one of them is an illusion.
I've never faced them myself. My wife has. She says they're very worrying creatures. Yes, they are illusionary, confusing things to face. If you fight with a sword, you might want to wait for someone else to tag it so that you can tell where it should be. They've also got great reach with their tentacles, can attack from quite a distance. Yes, nasty creatures.
Good to know.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Is math coming through real staticky for anyone else? You're skipping out everything you're saying. I don't know if it's on you.
Sounds fine for me.
You're bouncing a little bit for me. Was that Jab talking or?
Yeah, it was, and then Ev said something.
Yeah, I'm having you break up a little bit for me. I don't know if am I okay for everyone else? Lucian, Tyndalls?
Yeah, you're really clear to me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So
Might be the connection just between the two of you.
clearly, me and Jab just aren't getting along.
Reset the board real quick.
Yeah, maybe that will help. Gotta get those audio issues sorted out in the first couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, merchants sort of like that. That's kind of what you have to deal with. But part of the problem is just you got to figure it out for yourself. And he kind of looks at his contract and picks up his quill, and you notice like the feather on the end of the quill's been like gnawed on and partially chewed off. It's like let's see. There's an inn in town. It's called the let's have a look here. The Dragon's Eye Inn. If you head there should be a man by the name of Nahala. Apparently he has a lead on where you can find some displacer beasts. Some sort of something anyway. That's what the gentleman who put this contract out said. Do you have any questions about the contract before we move on to your resources?
How many tentacles do each displacer beast tend to come with?
A displacer beast, I believe, normally has 2 tentacles.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So it's 400 gold for a beast, so if we find a bunch of them, we can really make some money out of this. Question, how do they usually react to fire? Do they like shrivel up when they die, or?
I understand they react to fire much the same way as everything else.
Is there any stipulation about the quality of the tentacles? Like unsinged or...
Let me check the contract.
Unchewed.
He
It
has not
says
specified.
unsinged. I'm gonna have to sit this out.
He has not specified anything, but I assume he wants them mostly intact. I do not know what the client, who has remained anonymous, wants them for. He simply said he wants the displacer beast tentacles.
I'll aim for the feet.
Another question.
Wait. Go ahead, Lucian. I have a
Are there
question.
any other valuable parts that we might harvest from such a creature?
Oh, I do not know. The claws and teeth probably have some minor value. It is a rare creature. The hide. Oh, the hide. Of course. I had worked with a drow once. A great man called Dritz. He had a... Dritz Vanderborn. Not the one from the storybooks you might have read. He had a cloak made from Displacer Beast fur. It gave him the same quality as the Displacer Beast has. The ability to appear in 2 places at once, making him difficult to hit. So their pelts may be quite valuable to sell, or even to have turned into a cloak for yourself.
I could really use something like that. We should bring back those as many as we can as well.
Yes.
Definitely benefit.
Yeah.
Definitely. I do understand not every Displacer Beast cloak has this inside their pelts. You normally have to take 1 or 2 and combine them, but yes, if you can get their pelts, we could possibly make you some cloaks.
Test.
I hear something.
Hey, we heard you.
I stayed in voice for some reason. Any other questions about the contract?
So we don't know who it is that asked for them, right?
He has decided to remain anonymous. If anyone wants to kind of try and peek at the contract that Merton has in front of them, they can roll a perception check if they want to try and like spot. But he's telling you.
I have one question. Does anyone know if tentacles are considered like a delicacy? Because if they are, I might know who put up this contract.
If you are thinking of our good friend Herlock, I don't think he knows how to write a contract or understand the concept of contracts.
Okay,
It does seem to be
have
a
me
frequent
there.
That sounds like Herlock, yeah.
I could go ask him if you want.
Hmm.
1 second.
Nah,
Herlock! Herlock! You did a call for me! I have arrived! Herlock, do you understand what a contract is? I believe it is something you have to sacrifice a small infant for in order to gain power from a demonic lord. Thank you for answering our question, Herlock. You may return to your duties. I will return to the kitchens. Dinner will be at 5.
I don't think he knows what it is either. But alright, at
Let's
least
leave before dinner.
I find it best not to ask. Or eat it.
Yes.
If we let him cook, then
Might
it
be
keeps him
one of his
distracted
wives.
for a few hours. Which is sometimes the best you can hope for. Yes, that is a contract.
Okay, well, I'm good.
Erzin has prepared a few pies for everyone, as is becoming tradition. Does everyone want a pie?
I would love
Oh, I
pies.
always
yeah.
want pie.
Of course you do.
Uh,
Let me
I'll
see if
even
I can
take a
find.
regular pie if you have one.
Let me just see if I can find the handouts I have about pies. No, magical pies.
You have
Yes.
Pies?
So I am allowed to stow upon you today. We have 2 healing pies, just your normal healing pie. A greater healing pie, which I've been told are quite delectable. And a death pie, a hearty pie, and I have just got in a shipment of something new.
Ooh.
The righteous butter.
That is amazing. First off, and
You've heard of the righteous butter before, I assume.
I have
It's
never
a
heard of the
new
righteous
one
butter.
on me.
Please tell me.
Well, as you
What
know, Vasselheim is a very holy city. People here take their religion seriously. So, when a cow took upon himself the oath of a paladin, his milk was imbued with mystical properties. As such, from now on, the righteous butter, which is made from the milk, can be spread upon weapons or put into a quiver to bestow radiant power upon a weapon. For up to a minute, I've heard.
That's amazing.
Yeah, my girlfriend has a body wash called Righteous Butter, and I love the word. I just love saying righteous butter. So I had to put it in the game.
So amazing. Well, who has the best weapon? I feel like that would go to either Lucian or the Essigan. You're a fighter, aren't you?
yeah, but I mostly use my bow.
Oh, that is quite alright.
Well, he said he could
As I
put it on
understand
the
it, you can
arrows.
dump the butter into your quiver, and it will coat your arrows for a minute. It's a little messy afterwards once the divineness has faded, but
Yeah, I can take the righteous butter if everyone is okay with that.
there
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
okay with me.
And he
Yeah.
very carefully takes out like a package with like grease paper, but it's like got scripture written on it, probably in the hand of Palor. Like it's like says a few brief like respectful words of prayer and hands over to you the righteous butter.
This is amazing.
How long does it take before it goes off?
Since it's not being refrigerated right now, it will go off in the next day or 2.
Cool.
So I would use it once you can.
Yeah.
I would like to claim that Death Ward pie because I may have gone unconscious every single time I leave.
You should try and avoid that. It is not good for your brain. We have a problem with many of the Slayer's Take members have bad headaches in their retirement. It's almost as bad as the Vasselheim Football League. So,
I'm okay with you taking that.
very well. Here, take this death pie, Jabzual.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Still probably gonna die.
It is most likely, yes. You are facing Displacer Beasts. You'll probably die.
I do best at covering an area of effect. I think I might actually be better for Well, and Ember. Ember, you and me, we got this.
So we still have a Greater Healing Pie, 2 Healing Pies, and a Hearty Pie.
I would like one of the greater, please.
Ah, here you go. Take this Greater Healing Pie.
Thank you.
I'll take the normal one.
Okay.
If no one else wants the hearty pie, I might give that another go.
There you go,
I think that
Tyndals.
would
One
be very
Hearty
good for
Pie.
you.
There's still a single Healing Pie left.
I can take the healing pile was.
One Healing
Cool.
Pie for you. That's 2 Healing Pies out, a Greater Healing Pie, Death Pie, Hearty Pie, and of course, the Righteous Butter. Right, I think that is everything I have for you today. Do you have any questions, any requests?
Yes. So would applying the butter being a bonus action or an action?
Bonus
Or-
action. You speak strange,
Can,
friend.
can I quickly throw the butter into my critter? Or
I
does it-
believe it would
I
probably.
first have to melt it and then pour it over. the
You would have to
others.
open the packaging, so probably an action.
Cool.
Well, that seems to be everything. You can go now.
Okay.
Remember, find Nahal,
Yes, we.
Nahal at the Dragon's Eye Inn.
And we're off to the inn.
Cool.
Has anyone been there before?
Let's
Guys, where's the
go.
inn?
Alright, I don't have a map for the inn. I'm not going to do maps for absolutely everything. I'll probably do description for the most part until a map is necessary. It's kind of more how I normally play. Hope that's okay with everyone.
Yeah?
Sure.
Cool. So yeah, you make your way through the streets of Vasselheim, the large, sprawling, ancient city on all sides. The Dragon's Eye Inn isn't far away from the Slayer's Take. It actually has its name from a bronzed dragon eye that they keep above the door, which you understand they actually bought from the Slayer's Take, like a long, long time ago. And since then, it's kind of become like a popular drinking spot for Slayer's Take members. It's kind of like almost their policeman's bar, you know. So you head to the Dragon's Eye Inn, open the door. It's relatively quiet because it's quite early in the day. You set out to work, so it's almost like 9 a.m. or so. So there's only a couple of dwarfs in one corner. Dwarves being normally working late nights, tend to. There's always a few in whatever bar you go into, and sitting by the fire is a tall, quite handsome man. Sort of has a sort of scholarly look to him, but also looks like he spends a lot of time on the road. He, kind of noble features, but a slight beard to him, slight scruff, and slightly shaggy hair. And he's sitting, looking a little conspicuous, like he has that look of somebody who is waiting for somebody to come and waiting for a meeting look to him. I think I have a picture of him for you here. And you notice he's got a walking stick kind of next to him.
Okay. Jabs is going to assume that this is the person that we are looking for. But I have already forgotten what his name was supposed to be.
Nahal.
Shit, it says it up at the top, Nahal. Alright. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit down right across from him. Are you Nahal? The one with the contract for the Slayer's Take?
He blinks and looks at you. He's like, yes, that is I am Nahal. Well, it's not my contract. I just I was told to expect to see you, and that you were looking for displacer beasts. Is that the case, my friends?
Yes, we are.
Indeed.
Good. Wow, there's a few of you, and there's a few tieflings. Interesting. I expected a.
Is that a problem?
No, I don't meet adventurers very often, and when I do, you're always such colourful crowds. Last time I advised for adventurers, there was a half-orc, and there was a cat person, and it's always... Anyway, sorry, I'm blabbering. Yes, I know how you can find some displacer beasts.
Great. Where are they?
Oh, I don't know where they are. But displacer beasts have a natural enemy. Creatures that despise them. Old, ancient blood oath. It's quite fascinating, actually. Displacer beasts come from the Feywilds, and when they were in the Feywilds, they were hunted by Fey nobility who would use blink dogs to track them down. Eventually, displacer beasts and blink dogs escaped and started doing their own thing, but the old hatred still remains. And a pack of blink dogs has been sneaking into the city at night and taking scraps, using their ability to teleport to get past the walls and taking whatever scraps they can get. I'm pretty sure they'll know if there's any displacer beasts in the area. The blink dogs will know where they are.
Well, how are dogs going to be able to help us?
Oh, yes,
direct-
I was commissioned by the person who did your contract. Where is it? He brings out the scroll case on his back and pulls it open, and yes, I have 2 scrolls here for you. 2 scrolls of Speak with Animal.
I'll go ahead and take those.
There you go. One for you. And do you want to take both of them, my tall metal friend?
Well, I believe Jab took one of them.
Oh, I apologize. It's hard to yes.
It's okay. We look a lot alike, you know. It's. Don't. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll take both of them. I'll hold on to them now for at least. We might divvy them up later.
Excellent. There you go. Right. So yes, they tend to raid. There's the fish market. You know, the one on the crossroads between Deus and Machina. If you go there at night, you should and keep an eye out. You should eventually spot a pack of them appearing and raiding the bins and such around the area. If you go and speak to them, you might be able to get them to tell you where the displacer beasts are.
Tyndalls, would
Pretty
you
good
be
plan.
any good at this kind of thing?
Talking?
Well, they're animals, and
Talking
you're a
to-
druid.
Yeah, well, yes, that's true. Yeah, I'll talk to the animals if you want me to. Yeah.
Well,
We have 2 more scrolls, so.
I haven't had a whole lot of conversations with you, Tyndalls. Do people tend to just like? Are they more typical to agree with things you say, or do they tend like to not believe you?
No, I don't know what it is, but it's like I tend to sort
I don't know
of
what you
put
said.
people
Hold on, give me a
off
second.
from wanting to cooperate with us. I mean, I think I'm being perfectly reasonable, but
I think you seem
people-
quite charming.
Yeah. But maybe dogs will be different.
Dogs do tend to be friendly, although these blink dogs are quite, I don't want to say dangerous, but they're of the hunting variety. So they can be, they're a tough lot. You have to be to hunt displacer beasts from time to time.
So we might need to, I don't know, catch some of them?
Intimidate them.
I would suggest talking to them first. They tend to be they're a relatively proud species. They come from the Feywilds. They are a little smarter than your average dog.
Is there any particular way you need to address them? Like, do you need to be really polite to them?
I haven't spoken to them much myself. This is all academic knowledge, you see. But I think just speak to them as you would speak to a person, and go with how they respond. That they won't be the same as a human, but they'll I sure, yes, quite. And he sips his
You
wine.
said your knowledge is from an academic source, correct?
Yes.
So you might be able to answer my question. How often, or is it like terribly unlikely that blink dogs can be domestic?
Yes, they have been domesticated in the past. They were originally domestic hunting dogs for the lords of the Feywild. That being said, I think if you try and capture one during this meeting, it might sour whatever attempts you have to find the displacer beasts.
Oh no, of course this is all purely theoretical.
Yes, I suppose they're similar to dogs in most respects, just more intelligent. Is the best way to think of them. They're noble and intelligent dogs, hounds, quite.
Well, very well.
Okay, let's go chat to the dogs.
Perhaps we should find something to bribe them with. Maybe some meat or something.
Well,
What if they took offence? What if it was the wrong meat?
Have you seen how picky dogs aren't?
That's a good point.
High Priest Herclock did say he was making dinner. But
I don't
I'm
think
not
that's
sure.
a good idea.
Yeah.
You arrive,
I think
Hurtlock's just
both
there
of
killing them all.
With that.
Cool. So yeah, you've got like basically a whole day to kill before the.
Thank you, Nahal. You were very helpful.
Oh, my pleasure. No need to tip. I am being paid for the work from your original contractor.
Yes, thank you, Nella.
Oh, good.
What was that? Sorry, Tyndall.
Oh, that was a. Oh, good.
Yes.
And she walks away.
I can't see why
Also-
people wouldn't like her.
Nintendo's is amazing.
She's a people person.
Yeah. Also, I cut out when when you were answering my question, Tyndall's.
Oh?
Basically, I'm just trying to get a judge on how your charisma is and how.
It's awful.
It's her strong point. It really
It's
is.
my dump stat.
All right, so maybe I will take speak with animals and.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, animal
Well,
handling,
it's-
I'm great. I'm great with animals, but talking,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you just had to treat them like an animal and be like, calm down, all the normal stuff, you'd be fine. But if you actually start having to talk with them, and they're like, oh, that's what she sounds like?
Try to get them to help me. Oh no.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
so
you-
maybe the two of us together will be able to work on this.
Yeah.
Can Tyndalls, can you cast speak with animals on someone else, or is it only something like a self?
I could if I had it prepared.
Well, it's a good thing that we don't have to do this until nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've got like a long time until nighttime. Basically the whole day if you want to do anything.
Okay, Tyndalls, I think you should go meditate. Lucian, Estrogen, and Ember, do you guys know where we might be able to acquire some kind of food or something to
I mean,
Bait
to be
them
honest,
with?
you could probably get, if you just want food, you could just go to the Slayer's Take and take some stuff from the kitchen.
Yeah, but Herc is there.
Yeah, that's true. So, it might be a combat encounter.
If we show him where the food is, then it might disappear.
Does any of us know what they like actually? Like except for meat. Maybe they're a fence with just getting meat, or I don't know.
To roll a nature check.
That's a good point. We can go and
Can it be animal?
check the library.
That's a very good point.
60.
16. You understand they are just, much like dogs, scavengers. They have no particular preference. They like meat, they like treats. Don't feed them chocolate, or they'll take poison damage. Grapes as well. Grapes will kill them. Raisins. A lot of stuff, You'd be surprised.
Yeah, it might be good to have some meat. Also, maybe as a backup if they if they need to bribe them. So yeah, so you were saying we could just go to Slave Dig and get some meat there, right?
Yeah. But I'm sure they wouldn't begrudge you taking a
Alright.
little snack away.
You
Sounds
guys
like
can
a good
handle
idea.
that. I want to go and do some research, see if I can figure out anything on Displacer Beasts and perhaps even Blink Dogs if I have the time.
Yeah, sure. Are you like going to use a library or something?
I would prefer. That might be a little bit better to do research in.
Yeah.
Players Take should have a library.
I guess. I mean, actually, looking at the Slayer State, we have a room full of books. So let's just say, yeah, there's a library in there. Yeah, roll a nature check, but with advantage for the use of the Slayer's Take facilities.
20. And
20.
I was going to look at the Displacer Beast first.
Yeah. Well, how about you're looking at the Displacer Beast, and somebody else, if someone's helping you, they could look into Blind Dogs.
Ember, can you hear us? I don't think so.
I can have a look at the Blink Dogs.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I'm just going
like
Roar Archer? Who are you playing? I'm just trying to keep track. There's Roar Archer Ember? Okay.
Yeah, he's Benjamin. He's
Okay. Cool. I was just trying to match that name with the character. Cool. So yeah, for what you learn about Displacer Beasts, they are.
Oh.
Blink Dogs.
Nice.
Displacer Beasts were created by the Unsilly of the Feywilds to be basically their hunters and guard cats. They're huge, like very large, panther-like creatures with 2 tentacles that they use to attack and kill. They were also made quite intelligent, and with that intelligence, they eventually slipped away and began to run wild in the wilds of the Feywilds, killing game and killing passers-by whenever they could. To this end, the Seelie Court, the Summer Court of the Fey, hunted the Displacer Beasts down, killing many of them. So many, in fact, that the only thing they could do was slip away to the material plane. So they came here and they began to breed, and they've been never really a scourge, but a constant, like, they're one of the things in the shadows you don't want to come across. They're threatening, worrying foes, and they also have a natural sort of cruelty to them. They're big cats, but even more evil than a cat would be. So they've been known to flay people, torture them. They're not a good time. You feel like you probably shouldn't feel any regret for killing these noble creatures for the most part. They are not good by nature. They tend to be unpleasant beasties. And I think that's everything you kind of learned from that, your research.
Okay, no weaknesses or how to kill a Displacer
How to
Beast.
kill a Displacer Beast. Let me have a look.
101.
Hit them.
Hitting them is a good
Do
start.
enough damage that their health hits 0.
Step 1, find the real one.
Yeah. Step 1, find your monster manual so you can check, Matthew, because it's not in the compendium. But yeah, they're not really. It does warn you of their ability to appear in 2 places at once. It refers to them kind of being a little extra planar for that reason. Like it's in 2 places at
You're
once.
cutting out a bit.
You were like,
Oh, that's strange. It mentions they're somewhat extra planar, that they're sometimes someplace and sometimes somewhere else. But yeah, no direct they are weak to this.
Alright, you can go to Lucian.
Okay, so what about Blink Dogs?
Blink Dogs, they were also created by the Fae as they're kind of Fae hunting hounds. They actually have the ability to teleport, pop in and out of existence, and reappear where they want to be. Hence where the name Blink Dog comes from. They're also quite intelligent, about as intelligent as a man, according to your research, if more bestial in nature. Yeah, they hunted alongside the summer court for generations, and some of them, went free and moved across the plains. They seem to, with their blinking ability, have a pretty good ability to, shift through the dimensions and the barriers between them. And sometimes packs of them move around the material plane. They hunt displacer beasts when they can. They're not as strong as displacer beasts, but they're often in larger packs. And they're a natural kind of blood enemy to the displacer beast.
All good to know.
When I would ask the shit about them, would he, or like, the question is, do they speak Sylvan because they are Fae?
They are still dogs.
I don't. Blink dogs can't speak. No, they don't speak Sylvan.
Sorry, Blink Dogs I'm talking about.
Yeah, blink dogs cannot speak Sylvan.
Do you understand?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Sorry. I'm trying to. It's all squished down in my thing. Oh, they can. They can understand Sylvan. They can understand Sylvan, but cannot speak.
Okay, that changed a bit. So I'm able to speak Sylvan, so...
So yeah, they would actually... You think they would understand you because you speak the language of their ancestral masters.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I'm not sure if they're happy with that though, so...
You don't know.
Maybe we should give you one of the speak with animal scrolls then.
It would make
If
it
you,
so...
if you go ahead. If you can speak the language that their, like Matt said, like their ancestors said or spoke, then perhaps they might.
Mm-hmm.
There's another question. When you're discussing with people or things with people, do they tend to like you? Do they tend to like believe what you're saying? Or
It's on average. It's not my dumb step, it's my best. It's very average.
people tend to like me no matter how hard I try. So
Well, look,
Yeah,
you read two
exactly.
scrolls, so...
oh, that's right, you're a paladin.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We can discuss more of that when Tyndall wakes up.
Shall we time skip ahead to nighttime?
Real quick.
Yeah.
Can I possibly squeeze in? Can I check something to see if I can figure out like the formula or the ingredients required in order to make a cloak of displacement? I know the name of it, and Nahal or Martin, I think it was
Mention it.
Martin, told me.
You spent the day researching displacer beasts, didn't you? So
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
was kind of
Fair.
your day taken up mostly. There is mention of the displacer beast cloaks. They're apparently quite powerful magical items, very popular amongst frontline fighters who might get hit, or even those who are of a squishier disposition. But there's no like, this is how to make it. It does look like it's quite a complicated. You would suspect though it's a complicated procedure. And you also understand it's actually mostly a drow art, like drow nobility tend to be the ones who make these cloaks and use them. So it might be hard to find.
I'll ask around.
Yeah, it might be hard to find somebody who can actually do this, unless they're a drow crafter.
Okay. Well, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and time skimp if you guys would like.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
I guess.
wibbly wobbly, time goes by, and we find you all in the market at night. Everything's just been closed down. Normally, the space would be filled with the hustle and bustle of hawkers hawking their wares, shouting to each other, £1 fish, £1 fish. But instead, it's gone quiet, and you can see the last people closing up and making their way away. And the place stinks of fish. Like, everything they haven't been able to sell and is going off has been thrown in buckets. Kind of carelessly. You're not sure, maybe someone comes to collect it in the morning, but for the moment, it stinks. There are cats everywhere. Like, they're all mewing and, like, nomming on fish wherever they can find it. Just, this is cat heaven at the moment. And this is this stinking area you're all in. What's everyone's disposition in here? Is like just business, like staring down at what they're doing, or is there somebody who's like, no, I cannot handle this. I am too good for it. Is Tyndall's just eating a rotten fish? Like,
She's not a baker, Tyndall's, actually. She's groggy, she's just gotten out of bed. She's kind of, despite the fact that she's really small, her footsteps kind of sound like a Goliath's. She's sort of heavy-footed. And yet she's kind of eyeing up the fish and then...
You're cutting out a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a bit of that today. Oh, the internet. Also, somebody keeps like popping on and off. I think, it's just Jab's popped off. Pop back on again in a second. Yeah, you're looking out. Smell of fish through the air. You see Herklock going by with a massive cart full of rotting fish. He waves and heads off to the take. And yeah, it's
That half-orc worries me.
He worries everyone. And so yeah, some time sort of drifts by. Gets late. Around about 12 o'clock, you're starting to feel like maybe this is a false lead, maybe they're not coming today. Around about 1 a.m, I think a few of you are like, alright, fuck this, we're going to go home. When suddenly you notice all the cats have disappeared. And there have been cats everywhere, like I said, mewing and meowing. But they've all hopped away, it seems, and just scuttled off into the night in that very cat-like way. Who's got the highest passive perception? Actually, I suppose everyone's actively perceiving, so... Can I just get a set of perception checks for everyone? Yeah, so most of you, except for Lucian, everyone spots...
I got something in my teeth. I just can't get it out.
Yeah, it's a bit fishbone. You all notice a group of about 12 dogs just pop into existence. There's just and these 12 dogs appear. But they're a little too big and a little strange. It's like looking at an elf. You can just tell there's something different about them. And they pad their way. So I should be seeing a picture of them right now. They pad their way through, come up to a particularly large bin that the cats hadn't gotten at yet, knock it over and begin to help themselves to generous amounts of delicious, tasty fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing.
Just let me remember. Thinking. It takes me no time at all. It's just like that. One action, and yep, it's done. And it lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah, it can also be cast as a ritual, but you don't think you've got time to cast Speak of Animals as a
I
ritual
don't
right
really
now.
want to sort of sit down in the market and start drawing things in chalk. I've got in trouble for that before.
A couple of times, yeah. Are other people talking and I'm not hearing them? Because I'm seeing green, but I'm not hearing anyone but Tyndall's right now.
Oh yeah, other people are talking.
Oh, bizarre. Let me just reconnect, because I'm just hearing Tyndall's.
Oh, we're not having any luck, are we?
Not really. Can I just get a quick sound check from everyone?
Lucian here.
Cool.
Estagon.
Jabs.
Cool. Yeah, that seems to be everyone. I don't know what was... Just for some reason I was only getting Tyndall's there. Cool. So, yeah. What were you guys saying there, sorry, before I lost you?
I'm gonna go ahead and take one of the scrolls, and I'm gonna hand it out to the rest of the group. Would anybody else like to
I
Go ahead,
can
help me in
assist
this
you, basically, if I can speak Sylvan, but you do the main talking, I guess.
I mean, I might be helpful as well.
Lucian, do you want me to cast the spell on you?
If you
So we
can.
have three.
Do you trust me?
Yes. I think.
I'm not
did
sure
until
after
you
you
said
asked.
you
Yeah.
trust me.
You're not going to eat me, are you?
Lucian,
Do
you
you
know
trust me?
that. You're not a monster.
It
I mean,
has a
he
range
is
of
part
self,
devil.
Oh,
so you
has
can
a
only
range
cast it on
spell.
yourself.
that's really awkward.
Yeah, you go to cast it on Jizan, and it's suddenly you're growling at him as you cast Speak with Animals on yourself instead.
That's okay. We'll roll with it.
Yep.
I go ahead and I read the scroll, and so I get it as well.
Yep, you read the scroll.
Want to go first? Start talking their talk their language.
You go over. Who's going over to the dogs?
I will go as well, but say a bit. So, who did you give the other scroll to? To Lucian or to me, eventually?
I tried to cast the spell on Lucian, but it's a self spell, so it just kind of hit me instead. And now I'm growling at him, trying to say I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Jeb had two scrolls, so I'm curious about
Oh yeah, Jab had one, and didn't he give the other ones to the person who speaks Sylvan?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So what was your name again? Is it Ember?
Sorry? No. Estigon.
Estegon.
Ember, the one who can't talk.
Yeah, so it'd be a bad idea to give him the scroll of Speak to Animals.
Mime to animals.
Well, so I can speak Sylvan, but I could not understand them. That would be the problem if I had not the scroll. So.
So far, Jab has casted on himself. Who else shall cast the spell upon thyself?
Estigan, you go up. You talk to speak in their language, and maybe that'll get them to stay with us for a bit, and see if I can't convince them to help.
Okay, I would not be able then to understand them though.
So you're all standing there, like, having this conversation about who should go do what. You notice the dogs are starting to, like, finish off their meal. Looks like they might be leaving soon. Eventually somebody has to approach the dogs, or the story cannot progress.
So, okay, so I need to be sure. So, who did Jeb give the other scroll to?
You.
Oh, you gave it to me. Okay, I used the scroll as well then.
Speaks Sylvan.
I thought
Yeah,
you were going
speak
to.
a little slower, Eric.
Okay.
Deep breaths between words.
Yeah. So,
Also
yeah,
give whoever's going up to the dogs some of the meat that we took from Take.
I'll take the meat.
Nom 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 nom. Do you
I'm
cast
straight
the
myself.
spell on yourself, Eric?
Yes, I guess the speak with animals.
Cool.
And I will
It's
go
been
to them.
particularly... Normally you wouldn't be able to cast this on yourself because you're not a spellcaster, but this particular scroll has been made so that anyone can cast it. It was very carefully written out for this purpose.
I forgot about those.
Nice, because otherwise we'd probably fail.
Yeah. So you cast the spell. Jab and Eric, you don't really feel different except for like a kind of tingling in your throat, which you assume is the spell taking effect. So who actually walks towards the dogs? Like
I do, with some meat.
Tyndall's?
I'll go ahead and take a little bit from Lucian and walk up as well.
Cool. Tyndall's, Jab, and
I mean, that's too much.
Estragon. Cool. So you guys all begin making your way towards the others. Sort of hang back, Lucian and the very quiet Ember, who is bowing, and you make your way across, and they notice you. They kind of already knew you were there, but you were far enough away that they weren't like considering you a threat or problem. And they see you coming forwards, and you can see that kind of animal want to like dash appear in them, like their hackles rise and they growl a little. I need someone to make an animal handling check for the approach, because it's not so much talking to them yet. It's actually just like, oh no, it's cool. We're not gonna hurt you, sort of moment.
Dennis, what's your modifier on that?
E.
So I have +4.
Okay.
So Eric, you're gonna make the roll. Tyndall's, are you gonna help?
Yeah. I'll be sort of crouching down and sort of, maybe
Maybe
my
give it,
To get even short.
get out the media.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Well, no, not like that.
Wow.
Oh wow,
Wow.
yeah. So their hackles
Like,
rise, they growl. Estrogen.
Easy. I say in Sylvan.
You're easy. And they kind of hear you sort of speaking in Sylvan, the language of their masters. Their heads cocked to the side, and then like two of them disappear, like they just blink out of existence and reappear around Estrogen's legs, and begin to like, do that affectionate dog rub against your legs thing. But they're like the size of wolves almost. So they're like these big dogs who's like, like pushing their heads like into your hands and stuff, licking at them. Like they seem really, really happy to hear that language. And another one of them like barks out, "Hey, no, stop! You show some restraint, damn it! Just because he's the first idiot to speak Sylvan to you. Calm yourselves, you stupid pups."
Looking at Jeb if he's going to take the lead in speaking or otherwise. Escon is
Yeah,
like...
all three of you have the spell on, so all three of you understood that. But it's the dog speaking. And he doesn't think you're going to speak back.
I say, wait, we're not here to do you any harm.
Holy fuck, the gnome speaks our language! What the hell? Should we eat them? I don't know. Maybe we should eat them. I don't think we should eat them. I think we should eat them. They all start talking to each other. They begin barking.
Not eat us. We are here to help you, and we're here to help you, and to also see if we cannot gain your help at the same time.
Why do you smell of a forest fire?
Because I was just saving some other dogs from a forest fire that was happening just outside Vasselheim today. And I haven't been able to take a shower yet because I'm very busy trying to help as many people as I can, and now I am.
Roll a deception check for me.
You had to ask about the forest fire. If it was persuasion, that'd be.
Yes!
Oh.
Now, Lucian, what you see is all the blink dogs howl. Like they howl to the sky, like they do that big dog. Ow! Those of you with the animal talking on just hear bullshit said in unison by all the blink dogs, and they just begin saying over and over again, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
Okay.
Jab,
okay.
what have you done?
What my friend was supposed to say is that he's always spinning like fire, but that's not the case. That's not why we're here now.
Then why did he say he was in a forest fire saving dogs?
I thought it would make you like me more. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's
I
kind
really
of sad.
want to help you. It is a little bit. You're right. I'm sorry. I don't.
You don't have
usually
many
really good at
friends, do
talking
you?
to people. No, and the ones I do,
They probably catch fire. But
Yes.
what do you want? Why can you speak our tongue? Why is that human so tiny?
We want to kill displacer beasts.
well,
Displacer beasts. Horrible things. Cruel. Nasty.
exactly. That's what we thought. You would also not like them, and wanted to see if we could get your help to take out a bunch.
Well, first of all, we have to find them, and that's most of the part. We need you.
They're looking for the displacer beasts. We know where there are some. We know where there are a few. A whole pack of them. Too many for us to kill. We wanted to, though.
We could help you.
I propose a trade. Both of us seem to be in a position to help each other. We need your help. in order to find these displacer beasts and rid the world of their existence. And you all seem to be scrounging for scraps every night. How would you guys like a place just to stay? You wouldn't be anybody's pet. I'm not trying to imply any of that. But we could give you a place to stay. You could stay in from the cold. You could have like regular food ready for you.
We don't need a place to stay. We have a den. We just come in here. We are blink dogs. We can travel wherever we want in the blink of an eye. We only scrounge here because the food is good. Like, have you tried this rotting fish? It is delicious.
Oh, actually, my stomach really doesn't do well with fish. I do like meat, though. Fish, it kind of comes from water, and water really doesn't agree with me.
It smells like you've never touched water.
For an alternative method.
Well, see it then as a old tradition, hunting on displacer beasts, I say in Sylvan.
Yes, it is our purpose. Well, our purpose was to hunt, but our greatest hunting for prey was the displacer beasts. We hate them. If you want to find them, we can tell you where they are. That is no problem.
Please.
Mm.
Does.
There is a hill. It's about 2.5. Oh God, they wouldn't have miles. They say whatever a dog's equivalent to a mile is, about 2.5 miles outside of your city walls, in the direction that the sun sets. If you travel that way, keep the large. They give you some sort of directions, basically, like keep the ridge to your side on your left, and they give you pretty, full directions of how to find this hill. They tell you there is a hill that displacer beasts that has caves built into it, and the displacer beasts live in these caves.
Thank you. You are very helpful.
Insight check him.
What?
He wants you to insight check the dog.
I heard it's a chicken.
It's a chicken.
Holy shit! It was a
Not
blink
a
chicken
dog.
all along.
Teleporting chickens.
Can I insight check?
Yeah,
I
you
can
get
insight.
disadvantage because it's a dog. You assume that the dog is a good boy. Jab, you're pretty sure it's a good boy.
Nice. Alright, just one question. Your teleportation ability, can you take others with you when you do that, or is it only...
Only yourselves. It is our gift.
Just wanted to... It is a really amazing ability, and I am very jealous. I just wanted to see if you could get us there.
The dog's
But that
tail
is
starts
okay.
wagging. Like, oh, he thinks my ability is amazing, and his tail starts wagging.
You have all been a great help, and if you ever required anything really, a friend, some more food if the one day that there's no fish in here, just bad day, but just in case, come find us at Slayer Steak. It's you all understand Miles.
Is that the
Sorry.
building that has the old man who smells?
Yes, follow the smell.
Oh, we avoid that place.
It's really nice besides him, okay? He's not that bad of a person, but he really needs, like... We're working on it.
Okay. Can we have that meat? He looks at Tyndall.
Oh, yes.
Have you been holding it?
My friend back there asked us to give this to you as a gift of goodwill. It's some good meat.
One of them, like,
Would you be interested?
teleports, grabs the meat, and teleports away. Like, pew,
Woo!
It's so cool.
all their tails start wagging when you call them cool.
You guys have any name?
I am Greywind. This is Shaggy Dog. This is Lady. This is Nymeria. This is Bob. And because there are 12 of them, okay, I'll just keep going. This is Rufus. This is Luna. This is Grant. This is Myrtle. And this one is nice smelling Joe.
Pleased to meet you all.
Their tails wag. Good luck hunting the displacer beasts. We should go. Kill them good for us. We hate them. They all kind of nod like, yes, hate. Grr.
We will definitely take care of them.
Yep.
We're gonna help Greywind, Luna, Lady, and I already forgot half the names of my own try. I tried.
I have also forgotten all the names. So it's fine.
Mix them up.
One of them is named after my own dog.
To me, they're all named boy.
Good boy.
All right,
Cool, so- Unless you stop
can we
them.
speak common right now, or
Yeah, you can speak common.
Like,
It's
are
just
we
like when you
speaking
look
else?
at... It's kind of this thing, if you look the animal in the eye, you just start speaking its language, effectively.
Okay, then I turn back to Lucian and Ember and go, alright, so we know where they are, and I have to say these dogs are the best kind of dogs. The teleporting thing is so cool, they're so nice and helpful,
Oh, excellent.
and,
Yeah.
and
They
they
like
totally
teleportation.
believed everything that we said. Which is good,
Almost
because we were
everything.
all telling the truth.
Tyndall and well, everyone else are basically apart from Jab. But when Jab turns his back, they just start teleporting away, like just blink out of the
Oh,
distance
that's-
one by one. And the last one kind of licks licks Estrogen's hand and then disappears.
Well, friendly beasts, and I walk also back to the group.
Cool.
Shall
Right.
we wait till morning to head off?
Yeah, good idea. Ember, shall we
So,
go?
I
Sorry, what was that, Jab?
so, how long of a walk did they say they?
2 miles through the jungle. It sounds like it's a bit of a wavy path. Might take you 3-4 hours. A little longer to like actually get out of the city because it's a bit tricky to get out of the city walls. But you know, if you left first thing in the morning, you could be there by noon, 1 o'clock. If you're just walking.
Do we want to wait for daylight, or can we all see fairly well in the darkness?
I can see fine.
I think everyone here has night vision because I was checking that earlier.
Ember can't see the tiefling, Lucian can't see the tiefling. Estrogen,
Do we know if the displacer beasts can see in the night, in the dark?
From
I'd
your
imagine
research, Jabzul, yes, it appears displacer beasts can see very well in the dark. They are by nature nocturnal hunters.
Ah, maybe we should wait for the day then. If they really like the evening.
That's maybe true.
Sounds like sound advice.
Cool. So you guys go back to the Slayer's take a rest. A few of you think during the night you hear the howls of blink dogs off in the distance. Jabzul, you're sure you can just make it out as bullshit. And
I wanna howl back, but I'm pretty sure it's already faded out by this time, so it's
Yeah,
just
it's
gonna
10
sound
minutes.
like a terrible howl.
for some reason, a couple of you are woken up in the night by Jabzul standing at the window just shouting bullshit out the window as loud as he can. Smelly Joe rolls over and goes, "Would you shut the fuck up?" And you all get some rest. Morning comes. I take it you make your way the direction that you were told.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's not a long journey, but the travel is difficult. It's there's no paths you're following. It's just through the jungle. These dense, thick foliage of the Vasselheim jungles. So it's slow going, but eventually you make your way through the kind of
All
drizzling.
on the way, I cast Mage Armor myself.
That's a good shout. It's a good shout, buddy. There's a
While
drizzle.
I do it, I eat the death word. Just get all of it taken care of now.
Aye. Hey, I play a priest. I'm used to this section of like, nope, I'm casting this protective spell and this one and that one. Yeah, you make your way through the jungles. It takes some time. You have a few slips and falls. You notice that Estrogen is very like sure-footed out here. He definitely seems to know where he's going, because this is your kind of element, and so Tyndall's as well. You both definitely seem to know where you're going. Until eventually, you see this kind of mound, this hill sticking up, and when you reach it, eventually the trees kind of break around. It looks like the hill has like some space around it without any trees. You guess the floor is not as fertile around it. Kind of turns to bare rock. And just as you're kind of coming up to the edge of the trees, you can see figures moving around in front of the hill. You can just sort of see them very lightly in the distance.
Do they look like displacer beasts, or?
It's hard to tell from this distance. Somebody would have to
Okay.
slip closer and scout it out effectively, or you could all make your way up.
So, what do you guys want to do? I can start up with one of you and see what it is and how it looks like, or you can just go on as a group.
Go ahead and get a little closer quietly. I think the majority of us hang back a bit, at least at first.
I agree.
No offense, Lucian, you make a bit of noise.
This is true. Or at least I've been told so.
Okay. Eric, could you please make a stealth check for me? Cool. You slip up through the trees, keeping yourself low, doing your best not to make any noise. Eventually, the trees part enough in front of you that you get a better look at the figures. You're about 60 or so feet ahead of your companions when you get this close up, and you can see a fairly large group of orcs in front of the hill. In fact, it looks like what they've done is they've taken a large wagon, like a big orcish wagon. It looks armored actually, which is being pulled by. It's like a cow, but bigger and shaggier, like this big shaggy orcish pack animal, and they've backed the car up to a cave entrance in the mound and blocked it off. And there's a group of like a dozen orcs gathered around, sort of keeping an eye out, watching the forest line. A lot of them are just clan orcs, big orcs with two-handed axes. But you also roll a perception check for me. 18. You notice two of the orcs are wearing like heavy, thick bolted armor, almost like plate mail, but like brutal orcish plate mail. And one of the orcs is you even notice had his eye plucked out, and is holding like some ceremonial bones and muttering to them. Looks sort of shamanistic. And there's like a good dozen of these orcs, like way more than you. Like that's a fair little contingency of orcs in front of this cave entrance, and they seem to be keeping an eye out for anyone in the tree line, but they don't spot you.
Does it look like they're just here and will leave soon, or does it look like they're actually like stationed here?
It looks like they are stationed here. In fact, like I said, they've wheeled this car up and blocked off the cave entrance, and there's two guys standing on top of the car with like the orcs with short bows. And they're like standing on top of the cart, keeping an eye out. It looks like they're guarding this entrance to the cave, and you're fairly certain this is the cave or at least, well, this is definitely the hill, and this is one of the caves you needed to. Well, this is a cave into the hill.
Yeah, so we'll carefully back up and go back to the group.
So, what's up there?
So I found something not what I expected. There's a group of a dozen orcs over there. With a cart, and not sure what's in the cart, but it's blocking the entrance to the cave, and I assume that's the cave where we need to go. So we have to get rid of the orcs first. It doesn't look like they will move anytime soon.
How many?
Yes, how many?
Did I see an exact number? Around 12.
About a dozen, yeah. A dozen orcs, some of them looking quite experienced fighters.
Yeah, so they seem like a group of experienced fighters. One of them almost looked like I would say like a mage type of orc, shaman, or.
That does sound like an awful lot for us.
Mhm.
We could try talking.
Yeah, I was thinking we kind of need to know what they're doing. I mean, if we just run up and attack them and it turns out
They're
That's a
all
terrible
brought to
idea
this
for
place
some
of peace. Maybe
reason.
we can get a dozen orcs to help.
yeah,
Yeah,
Does anyone
Another
speak
thought I
orc?
have is,
I'm not very kind to orcs, but
oh no one is, but maybe able to work it. Does anyone?
no.
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 At a disadvantage. You didn't happen to know that? Do we know the Estigan, you went with us on the last mission for Baron Bluebud.
Yeah.
Do they look like they might be from the Savage Arena?
I have no idea what it
You
is.
got a good perception check. It looks like they are an orc clan. You noticed amongst their like ragtag outfits, they did have like a similar mark painted on all of them. They all had a large white hand print like painted onto their armor somewhere, which would suggest
Does
to
that
you.
have? Yeah. Does that have any known significance in these areas?
Could you roll a religion check for me, or a history
Oh.
check, I suppose. Whatever way you would most likely look at it. 16. There are several orc gods. One of the orc gods, does have a white handprint as its sigil. I think if it's 16, you have a little trouble remembering the orc god's name. It's not Garamosh, which is the big one. It's one of the other like pantheon around him.
It's a very similar vibe I'm getting to.
Yeah, it's not
But is it-
Saruman.
As in not that.
Is this god still an asshole?
All the orc gods are assholes.
Right.
This got a
in
bit less an asshole than the others.
I haven't watched all of Critical Role, but I understand Matt Mercer's orcs are very much like Forgotten Realms orcs, which are just assholes, like to a man.
What a day to not have our high priest with us.
So we have two options basically. Or we talk to them, or we have to distract them and lead them away from the cave entrance.
Or we could look for another entrance.
That's all.
That's also an option.
Did I
You're
see
all-
anything when I got closer?
You're all skipping
No, you
out.
didn't see anything else, but you did only check like that small part.
Yeah.
It's quite a big mound.
So
I
what
mean,
do
if
we
it
want-
really... Go ahead.
what do we want to do first?
Really comes to it, we could try investigating elsewhere, see if we can get a better understanding of our surroundings. No offense to you guys, I probably look the least dangerous here. So I could walk, except maybe Tyndall's, but that's because they haven't seen you with the bear yet.
True.
I could walk up and like by myself and be like, try and figure out what's going on, and have you guys just sitting behind. Because if they decide to jump me, I can at least get myself out of a spot.
Now,
Assuming I'm quick enough.
jab, buddy.
But and
Do
you
you
guys
remember
could
what happened with your last plan that involved you going in the front?
Look! This one is actually gonna have people with like readied actions and shit. All right. I have learned from my mistake, and I am working through the plan with the group before I start yelling at
Yeah,
them.
the physiotherapy has really helped with the club broken ribs
Yes.
as well. So
I still have the bruises.
Well, I can
And
at
the
least take
dents.
a good shot from 150 feet. But if it is necessary, I can even stay back a bit further.
I'm just thinking they might. I don't know. It's just 12 orcs is an awful lot.
Yeah.
Yes, especially with 2 with heavy armor and 1 magey type.
I'm happy to scout around and see if I can see any other cave entrances.
Can you turn into something small? Like a squirrel, or I mean, smaller than you. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I could, technically. I'm already quite small and decent at sneaking about.
how's your
Um,
climbing?
I can't climb. I'm not a climbing animal, really.
You're confident in your ability to go scout. Like this
Yeah.
like city slicking sorcerers like asking about your like ability to get around. You're a motherfucking druid.
Yeah,
It's insulting.
I spend a lot of time in this kind of environment.
Well, I defer to your guys' judgment. I am good at talking and throwing things,
Mm.
specifically fire, and neither of those I think are going to help us right now.
So is the plan to have Tyndall's go scouting to start with, and then see
And
after
then
that?
plan B can be Jab tries talking. If I come up with nothing.
Yeah,
Plan C is to have everyone jump in after I die.
it worked last time.
I need to keep working on these bombs.
Cool.
At
Tyndall.
least then when I die.
So Tyndall, you're going off scouting. Could you make a stealth roll and a perception check for me? Perception or investigation, your choice. Good stealth. And yeah, then a perception or investigation, up to you. 1. Oof.
Oh!
Okay,
Yeah,
we're doing this halfway.
you successfully slip round, do your scouting, but you don't see anything. You kind of go around the place. There's kind of like I say, the trees kind of stop, or don't completely stop, but they become more sparse around the hill. But there is still like brush and stuff around it, making it kind of hard to keep a close eye on it without getting too close. You don't spot anything during your look round, and it takes you about 15 minutes, I'd say. 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get round this hill and then like come back. And yeah, you get back and you've not spotted any other entrances.
No luck, guys. Sorry.
Are the orcs still there?
Yeah, you can kind of see them and occasionally like hear them in the distance, like loudly, like this general murmur and then like loud laughter, or like I think you hear like a brief like scuffle, like a small fight, and then that kind of breaks up. They're definitely there. They're not being stealthy. They're blockading effectively. They seem like they're dug in.
Well, NB doesn't involve me dying.
I think it would probably be better if we both
Ember looks like he's got a thought.
Yeah, he's typing something up. Yeah, Ember
That's
puts
actually a much
forwards
better
that
idea.
they either draw them out or kill them where they are. And
Yeah.
fire blazes in his teeth
Can-
and eyes.
Tyndall,
Yeah.
Estegon, you guys are fairly more familiar with the woods. Do you think you could set a trap?
Oh yes, I have 2 bear traps.
That's right, you would do that, has.
Oh, Tyndall's bristles.
So set up a trap and ambush, because I can be really good when they don't know where I am. And being non-seen will always help Lucian hit shit.
This is true.
So I set up the 2 traps, we lure them out to where we are, and ambush them. That sounds like a good plan to me. Better than
Then we jump,
Trying to
we
talk
get the
to
drop
them.
on them, and that'll help us thin out the herd before they can actually start to attack us.
So one problem though, how are we going to draw them out into the forest?
I could go up to them and get their attention.
Mm.
I could walk. I mean, we could still tie this in and have me try to talk. I could go up, talk, and the moment it doesn't work, I misty step out.
That might be a good plan.
You have to be careful though, because I saw two orcs with bows, so the misty step would definitely be like a better thing to do. Yeah. So everyone agree with the plan?
Ember's asking something if anyone can run really fast.
Or make loud noises. I can run 35 feet or 70 feet if I dash.
Okay. I'm fast when I'm there. I'm planning on speaking as a gnome just for now.
Does any one of you mage casters have prestidigitation or something which you can make a loud noise very cheap?
Yes, I do.
I could also
I
do
think
that.
Ember, and I do believe Ember does.
Who has the highest intelligence in the party?
Not me.
I think not me. I haven't.
Has everyone dump statted intelligence?
No,
Uh,
mine's strength.
Well, my dump stat is strength, but I have a 12.
Ember's is 12.
Lucian's
Yeah.
is 14.
Yeah, never mind. No one's passive intelligence gives them any insight.
Cruel dungeon
You're
master.
all dumb
Anyway.
as fuck. So.
I don't-
Otherwise, why would you professionally hunt monsters that could eat you?
Yeah, right.
Well, there is that about it. But 14 isn't dumb as fuck.
Oh, someone's 14?
Yes.
It's 14.
Oh, Lucian's 14. Alright, you would get
Yes.
some insight to this then. You know from, like, reports you've heard before and things, something about orcs is they are incredibly aggressive people, and when they set their mind to chase someone down, they are apparently very quick. Like, as long as there's been a lot, you remember hearing, you're a military man, I think, you remember hearing, like, reports of, like, people trying to retreat from orcs and just being run down. They are fast.
Ah. In which case, whoever goes to attract the attention is probably going to want to be a little tougher than perhaps Jab is.
Well, that's why I was supposing to just make a loud noise of something into the woods, where, well, some of them will just check it out, hopefully step into these bear traps, and then we can attack them. And then probably more come out to us, but we would have the advantage.
That could
I
work.
can run away and then teleport. I can teleport just as far as I can actually run when I'm just full on sprinting, so...
Yeah, that'd be useful.
I can also cast Sanctuary on someone.
That's another thing. Do I have to stay? Would I have to stay like close to you, or
I don't
No,
believe so.
but
I think
it only
once
lasts
it's
a minute.
cast. Yeah, it only lasts a minute, so it'd be a brief thing. But maybe useful. If they just like see you and run at you, it would definitely be useful.
yeah, precisely?
Well, we could try that. Just, if they do, don't shoot them. Because that will end the spell.
Ah.
Got it. That is very good to tell me. Can we set? We don't have anything.
Well, Estrogen has 2 bear traps. He can set up.
Tyndalls, you're of the nature inclination. You can't do anything about expedited digging.
What was that? Sorry, you cut out.
You can't do anything about expedited digging, can you?
Well, what? I could maybe, but what do you need me to dig for?
We could set like a trap for them.
You wanna
Aside from the
team
bear
rocket
traps that
this?
Essigan's already doing.
This.
I don't know what that is, but it seems like it might be right.
I don't think there's any spells. I don't know if you have any spells at the moment that can speed dig.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if they're like.
There is a spell
Second-
move.
I don't know what
There's a
level they
shape
are,
earth
actually.
and move earth spell, but they
Yeah.
are quite high level.
Yeah, I can't.
I didn't think they were that high.
I
Okay.
also think no one has a shovel with them. So.
Even if you did, it would take hours to dig, and you kind of start to assume if they are like in the tunnel ahead of you, it might not be good. Like, you know,
Yeah.
if they
Yeah,
kill and
it's just a
butcher
thought.
them before you get a chance to do it yourself, then you won't get any reward.
So yeah, we'll just set up the traps, point out to everyone where they are, and say to them, be very careful.
Can we get a map for this?
Yes, I will take you to a map now.
Okay.
As soon as I remember how.
Do I have to
Essigan,
roll something to hide them, or
Sorry?
I don't know how this works, like the hunting traps.
Neither
Do
do
I
I.
have to roll something?
Not a clue, mate. It's on you.
Well, it says
I
just
would
like
think you'd want to hide them.
Yeah, a bit
Probably
like
a stealth check to
Would it be survival by setting up traps?
Yes, you could use survival. I think that makes a lot of sense. Sorry. You're going to see somebody else's map for a second. Actually, drag, move players to there. There.
I rolled a 2.
Displacer Beast Hill. 2. Cool. So they're going to be pretty visible,
Okay.
your traps.
Yeah, so in this...
I cannot see. There we go. Okay.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
Well,
You
maybe.
can just see black.
Who can just see black, sorry?
Lucian.
Lucian?
Me as well.
Oh, yeah, it's alright now.
I think you just have to scroll down a bit.
Let me just make sure.
Hi, Herc. How'd you get here?
Greetings, I work for... Oh no, I'm being deleted! There we go. Alright, so this is kind of like... Any further back, I'm going to say, and it's just too thick foliage to really do much. You can't, like, see them from any further back.
Okay, but it is. But where we are currently sitting, it's enough that they haven't been able to see us this whole time, right?
Yeah. This is only 115 feet. I didn't... let me just see if I can make the map a little longer in the direction I need it to be a little longer in. I think you'd want to be a bit further back than 100 feet, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ember is also only able to see black.
Okay, just give me a second. Damn it, expands in the wrong direction. Are you sure, Ember's there. Let's see, does Ember have sight? No, Ember does not have sight. 60. That should be better now. Let's see, can I drag this whole map over? Or I think I expanded it.
I'm sitting here like, I believe we lost Tyndall's, and I move around the tree and I just couldn't see her. Dynamic lighting, guys.
Dynamic lighting. I can't really extend the map back any further, I'm afraid, because it extends in the wrong direction.
That's okay, we can roll with it.
You can roll with it from here?
Yeah.
You just say that like where we are sitting right now, that like they can't see us. So.
Yes, where you're right now, you're
That's
fine.
the foliage starts. Alright.
You kind of have to
we
keep
say,
it a little
like,
closer. You just
we're a bit over here or something, so we're at least a bit away from the traps.
yeah.
We're
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
You can set yourself. Your zone of deployment is anything past there.
Anybody want to climb a tree, get a drop on them? Or just
I'm-
be far away?
I'm preparing my bow. By the way, I set up the traps right here.
Yeah, I can see them. So can everyone because you hid them horribly.
Yeah.
But they're orcs,
Maybe
they're
they
dumb.
will be so like bloodshot
Oh,
eyes
jeez.
towards me that then they won't want to come and step on them. Or maybe I can teleport past them and then they'll be like they won't want to come up into my
Maybe.
face, you know?
Maybe if you
We'll
try
see.
that kind of trick, you might get a deception roll. Cool. So yeah, now that you've gotten a little closer, you've kind of gotten past the hedge that was blocking your sight. Yeah, you can see this pretty large group of orcs, keeping an eye out. A little lazily. They're orcs. They lose focus fairly easily. And yeah, you see this up ahead, and they're all in front of this hill. Big metal wagon, big like strange, giant Highland coup by the wagon. Would you guys? And this is where you guys all kind of want to be standing.
Well, I'm about to be walking out, but
Yeah, but I just mean for those who are not walking forwards. Okay, so Jab, when you kind of get to there, one of the orcs atop the cart like points and goes, and all the orcs turn, like they stop grab-assing and turn and look in your direction. And
raise
they
my
begin to,
hands and any gesture.
yeah, they all begin barking at each other in their guttural tongue. And one of the orcs, the one who had the has these kind of bones that he's running between his fingers, steps forwards. Not him. Nope, and I made him fatter. There we go. Steps forwards to about here and shouts at you in Orcish. And kind of jabs a finger in your direction.
now kind of wish I paid more attention in Orcish 1. I'm gonna raise my hands up, keep my fingers flat and everything so they can see that I'm not carrying any weapons. I
Okay.
left my staff leaning up against the tree. I'm gonna take a small step forward and just speak out in common. I'm not here to hurt you.
Cool. So you shout, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just checking their languages. I think-
Hopefully, if I speak in common, they will speak back in me.
Yeah.
Or speak back to me.
I did not write down their languages when I had to make up their character sheets, but I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
Orcs speak normally common, like the usual orcs from the Monsters Manual speak common.
Do they? I think they just speak Orcish.
No, I meant they speak common.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
I thought they
I
speak.
checked it.
Yeah. So, did you just check it now, Eric? You metagaming fuck.
As if I don't know what orcs are, I'm just checking the language in the compendium.
Yeah. Yeah. So he steps forwards, this big one, and goes, "No closer. That is close enough." And he looks at you and goes,
Can I stop?
"Herc, Dirk, go up, go." And these two other orcs begin to approach you, moving past their leader, and begin to walk in your direction. Not running your direction. Their axes are not out, but they're striding purposefully towards you.
It's okay. I mean, you no harm. I just want to know. Why are you here? We were sent to hunt displaced beasts, and found you here. Are you hunting them as well? Is it possible I can help you?
So yeah, as you're speaking, these other two orcs stride up to you.
I'm sorry. You're.
As you're speaking, these two orcs he motioned to stride up to you, and they aim to reach out and grab your arm.
As soon as they do that, I want to cast Misty Step. Shit, yeah, we forgot to do that first.
I'm in range.
Right, you cast Sanctuary on him. Alright, you Misty Step. Where'd you Misty Step to?
Boop! 30 feet away.
And the orcs give an angry "ah!" sort of noise. It's "Stay still! Come here, you're our prisoner!"
Sorry, guys. I'm nobody's prisoner. And... Yeah, that was a bonus action, so can I still take an action?
If you take an aggressive action, they will have to roll initiative. Because they're watching you for aggressive motions. If you start casting an aggressive spell, they'll respond aggressively in kind. And a few of the other orcs move a little further forwards as well, just in preparation.
Can they at least see me? I know we had talked that we had been hidden from them, but can they see me from where I am now? So
yes, they've got their eyes on you. So they're staring at you through the brush.
Alright, then I want to say again, guys, I don't want to fight you. I want to see if I can possibly help you.
Roll a persuasion check. This is just to pause them, because orcs by nature, they just want to walk up, grab you, and make it under their terms. 20. Alright. The leader raises his bone-covered fist and sort of goes, "No closer!" And the two other orcs stop and snarl at you. It's "How you know there are displacer beasts here?" And behind him, the orcs continue to bristle, and they look like they're chomping at the bit to run forwards, but they're holding themselves back only because this main leader is talking with you.
I am a hunter of powerful beasts. I have slain many great monsters, and I was tasked with routing out these vile creatures and protecting the nearby city of Vasselheim. I have no quarrel with you, and if you would like, I can help you hunt these down.
We don't need your help. We have well in hand. The hand is in there. He will take the displacer beasts, take their tentacles. They are his. You leave, or we catch you and we take what is ours.
Well, you know, Displacer Beasts can be very tricky opponents. Not saying that you are not all capable fighters. They could have very many magical defenses put in place. And I'm gonna take a moment and set my hand on fire. Nothing threatening, just a little bit to show that I can magic. And I am very good at disabling magical traps.
Traps, magic, it not matter. We are not in danger. We sent the nurtured in there. The nurtured and the dead. They will get them or die. Either way we win. There's a long pause as you stare each other down.
Well, if you are dead set on hunting these creatures and not allowing me to help you, then
Orcs not take help from your kind. You are prey, nothing more. Garamush demands your blood and your field or your enslavement. We do not partner with your weak kind. Leave now or die.
well, you see, I have a problem with that because
Oh,
I'm gonna listen to Ember real quick.
a voice appears in your brain. Now we wait for the voice to... It comes in kind of in text in your brain. You just see a little bar which says Ember is messaging.
It's like those text-to-speech kind
Yeah.
of things.
You're like, oh, hang on,
Like a little
I'm getting a WhatsApp.
my Google Glass.
Your Google Glass. Let me know, and it just let me know the word of attack.
I can send something back, can't I?
Yep.
You can like you have to kind of whisper it, so you have to move your lips a little bit, but they won't notice. So yeah, do you
I
whisper?
think the time is now. They're not listening to me. And then I turn back to them. Well, we have a problem then, because my goal is past you, and I cannot leave. And I refuse to be a slave. And I cast Scorching Ray at second
Okay,
level.
so you'll get to cast that on your turn in initiative, because you know there's hand movements that go with Scorching Ray, and they'll as soon as you start doing that, he'll start casting a spell as well. However, there are people hidden who might have a chance to react without them noticing. So, can I get everyone who's hiding to roll a stealth check for me? If you get above, I think it's an 11, you'll get a surprise round.
I'm gonna disconnect, reconnect the voice chat real quick.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's going to be an 11 because that's the
Oh,
highest.
so close, so
Oh,
close.
so close. Yeah, they're just going to notice you as you start acting. But Tyndall, Estrogen, you can both make an action. Ember as well, like we'll see what his role is. You might get a free action as well. And as well as that, I need everyone to roll initiative. Because shit about to go down, yo. Oh, let me just clear the initiative order first. I know, okay, I will add you guys in. Just let me get my orcs done first. Just hang on to your numbers in your head. Right.
Oh man, I try to add myself with control you, but it doesn't work for me.
I don't know what's up with Discord today.
Okay. Boop. Initiative. Ah! Good job, I have Gurmosh. Initiative. And initiative. Alright, so the orcs are pretty slow. What did Estrogen get?
17, but I can do this if I want. There it is.
Well, I can add you. I'm just doing it now. And what did Tyndall's get?
I already added myself.
Oh.
I had 6.
You can also press the token for someone. So, for example, Tyndall's then press Ctrl U as the end, and it adds add one to the next word.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Control U.
And then you have to change it to the number you want.
So, sorry, you were what, Tyndall's?
6.
6. Cool. Descending order. Is everyone on there?
Yep.
Yep. Cool. So, Estrogen and Tyndall's, you get a free attack. Ember's never rolled stealth, so I don't know. Once you've rolled stealth, Embers will know if you get a surprise attack. But we might as well get started now. Estrogen, what do you do with your surprise attack?
I shoot an arrow at the big guy.
Cool. You shoot the arrow at one of the orcs. Flies through the air. And yeah, this is the one who was doing the talking.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. I was going to use sorcery point to cast without components of subtle spell. When I cast a spell, yeah. I'll tell you what. If you do that, I'll give you advantage on your stealth check, because everyone's making stealth checks just to get this kind of room. But I'll give you advantage if you're subtly casting it. All right, you hit the main orc. He grunts in pain. As it sticks into him, he has friends. And he begins to cast his spell. Tyndall's, what do you do with your bonus turn?
I am going to flaming sphere right between these two.
Between which two?
That thing happen.
Between which two, sorry?
How to make to happen on the map again?
Hold left click.
Yeah, have the pointer selected and hold down left click.
Okay, that's where I'm going wrong. Right here.
Cool. So, flaming sphere. Don't know why I said it like that. Boop. There it is.
Why wouldn't you?
Flame.
Flaming sphere. Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Cool. So,
Tyndall's stuff.
do they take? Is it on their turn they do it, or is it on your turn? I think it's their turn, isn't it?
It's when they end their turn within 5 feet.
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere, as a bonus action, when you move the sphere. So if they move out of that space, they won't be affected by the fire.
Yes, but if they end their turn near it, they will take damage.
Okay.
And I can move it as a bonus action.
Yeah, and I'm going to give it a radius because it's 5 foot around it. So
Yeah.
5 foot fiery radius. Or a 1. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. And I'll give control of it to you, Tyndall's.
Ooh, thank you.
Control to... Oh wow, there's so many names. Tyndall's does not appear when I start typing Tyndall's.
Try Chessie.
There you are.
Chi.
Cool. So you should be able to move it on your turn. Cool. So you summon up this flaming ball of fire. That's your action.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a bonus action?
As a bonus action,
You can ram one of them.
I'm trying to decide whether to eat a pie.
I mean, I'm always trying to decide that every day.
I'll save that for later. I will turn into a bear.
You turn into a bear? Rawr! Your
Yep.
form shifts. You become a bear. It's pretty awesome. What does it look like when Tyndall's turns into a bear? Does she, like, explode? Does she, like... Is it like a werewolf transformation? Is there butterflies everywhere?
Yeah, it's kind of like she just sort of almost jumps forward, but when she lands, she's a huge grizzly bear all of a sudden.
Cool. So, yeah, you jump into the air, and by the time you land, you do kind of a magical girl transformation in the air, and you land, and you're a grizzly bear. Rawr. I'm just going to make your token bigger to represent that.
Woo!
Cool. Grizzly bear tunnel. You can actually... Sorry, you and Estrogen, you can both move as well if you want.
Well, I wanted to stay as far as possible.
Yeah, I figured you did
prefer to
want to
go
move, but-
this way, so...
Actually, I might, if I can move, I might just put myself between them and Jab.
Alright, you step on the
Step on
trap.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's a trap?
It's a bear trap, and you stood on it as a bear.
Oh, God! See, I said no bear traps!
They're like specially designed bear traps.
You just can't help it, you're just drawn to it. You would know it's
Oh,
there.
I'm sorry, I didn't realise that's what they were.
You would know they're there because...
Can lure them out on the traps.
Yeah. You would know they're there because Estrogen hid them horribly.
And I pointed them out. And everyone was not saying anything about how poorly they were hidden.
Maybe if I, like, walked around the tree, or no, I'll just stand to this side. I don't know.
Cool, cool. Embers, what do you cast? A Scorching Ray, was it?
Ember said he shot a firebolt. I was the one that said Scorching Ray.
Ah, okay. Yes, it was. Firebolt. Cool. Hit the spell. And which one are you... just ping the one you're firing at for us. Well, an 8 will miss anyway, no matter which one it's against, so... Woof! The flame goes wide as it flies out of the darkness. Cool, and that brings us into initiative properly. Estrogen...
And I get to go on the surprise round?
Who's that, sorry?
Jab.
Jabs, do
Jab?
I
No,
I
they're-
started the surprise round.
They're looking right at you. They know what you're doing. Like when you you initiate initiative, because you say your thing, you begin to cast a spell, and that's when they jump into action. You won't
Okay.
be able to get any surprise on them, but they were looking right at you. Your firebolt would probably have advantage actually. So roll a second firebolt for me, Embers, because they don't know you're there. Cool, that one hit.
There you go.
I'll take the first damage, because it should have just been with advantage. Who are you firing at? Just give them a ping.
Which one were you hitting?
Yeah. That one there. Cool. Bang! Fire smashes into him. He lets out a roar of pain, as he's now surrounded by fire. And then it's Estrogen's go.
Has to go on.
Whatever you say, buddy.
I'll remember that for Element. But I will shoot the big guy again.
Alright, you fire at the big fella again.
14.
14 misses him. He has a shield which he raises, and the arrow funks into the hardwood of the shield, and he growls at you. Anything else you want to do?
I will stay there. Nope, that's it.
Just back the fuck up. Jabzul, you quick hands managed to get your spell off before the orcs have a chance to do anything.
I think I wanted to just fire all 3 of the Scorching Rays at the big guy who I
Yeah.
had been talking to.
You really don't like this dude. No one does.
He's the leader, so let's go leader.
That's a hit for 8. 13 is a miss. And the 11 is a miss. So just the 8.
God damn.
The Scorching Ray, he raises his shield to defend the arrow. He then spins it round to block the flame. He blocks most of it, but some of it licks around the shield and burns the beard from his face, and he growls in anger.
Well, you want to be like that then? Fine. And I'm going to go ahead and quicken spell to cast Firebolt at him again. As
Alright, yeah, just a deluge of flame.
Oh.
You quicken the spell, but it fizzles out, and in front of you a few sparks just land on the trap.
Alright, and then I'm gonna back up.
that's a smart idea. The orcs go. So, the orcs in question, the two by this fire are just like, nope, we're not going to stand near that. They run forwards. They spot the trap, but since it's between these two trees, they can't really get round it. So they're going to just hop over it. But I'm going to make them do a relatively easy athletics check to jump over them. It's a very easy jump, but they're doing it kind of in a combat situation. So that would be athletics. 1.
Yes.
So this guy, and they move fast. Like I said, they have an ability called aggressive, which means they can move their movement as a bonus action. So this one makes up to jab, like runs up, gets up to jab. This one stands in the trap, like.
Well, so there's a DC for it.
Okay, what's the DC?
DC 13 Dexterity saving throw.
Alright, he's going to try and make that. He doesn't hop over it. He tries to regain his momentum in midair. And he manages to avoid the trap, but he doesn't get to go any... Oh! And then he is deleted from existence.
What a trap! I need more.
Wow! That was powerful. You had that one enchanted before you came out by Smelly Joe.
Yeah.
No, he reappears. Boop. Yeah, but I'm going to say that uses up his turn, so he's going to move up to jab, but he won't get to make an attack. He has to use his action to dash. The others are all going to move. Let's see, they can move 60 feet fairly easily. They know there's multiple attackers. They're all going to move up 60 feet and take the dodge action. Because they're expecting more fire to come in.
What? Expecting fire to come in? Psh, no way. Lucian, I need your help.
Really?
This one
is actually going a lot better than it did last time.
This one can see a giant bear, so it's going to attack the bear. And that's cool. So that's one. There's going to be one attack against jab. Here it comes. 8. Guessing that's a horrible miss.
We're gonna miss.
One attack against giant bear. 6. Guessing that's a miss.
Yep.
Yep. And then the two orcs on top of the cart are going to fire their short bows at Jab, who is within short bow range. Oh, actually, no, short bow range is only 80. So they'll actually have disadvantage because you're so far away. But they fire all the same. 1, 10,
10 misses.
and a 9.
And a 9
so
misses.
just a very ineffectual turn for all the orcs.
This is the best round I have ever had. Okay? Everything missed. What the fuck?
And then it's Tyndall's go.
Okay.
And there's an orc who's saying hello to you with a great axe. But he mostly just ran into a bush.
I'm going to say hello back with biting and clawing at him, I think. That seems appropriate.
You're breaking up a bit.
I assume
I'm
bite
gonna-
/ growl.
Yeah, bite and claw.
Alright, bring it on. The orc snarls at you. The bite hits. The claw misses. Do you only get one claw?
Yep, just one
Cool.
attack with claws.
You rake your claws across his chest and open up a nasty gash. Oh, sorry, you bite him and open up a nasty gash.
Yeah.
What does orc taste like?
It's pretty tough. Like, it's kind of biting into like a leathery type. They're less like human like pig and more like a leathery type of flesh. The taste isn't entirely unpleasant though.
Oh, well, that's something.
Like, they're a little
What
dirty,
can
but the
I-
actual meat is alright.
I'm gonna ram with a bonus action this guy with the flaming sphere.
Alright, so the flaming sphere burns its way over, leaves a little trail of fire. Which, hang on a sec.
I think he gets a dex save.
He gets a dex save? Cool. He's going to try and use it. 13?
Oh, 13 is the,
Is it the number? Is
he gets half damage.
Okay, so half of...
2d6.
Roll it up. Half of 5, rounded down to 2. Sweet. He managed to avoid it mostly, but he's close to a big birdie thing, so it still isn't pleasant.
It might get his eyebrows.
Yeah, singeing him a little bit. The 2 big orcs, unless you want to move. Oh god, they're just out of range. You're not moving anywhere?
Nope, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Cool, cool. I didn't put any... I don't think they have a ranged attack, so... They are going to run forwards 60 feet, because they have their aggressive trick, so they sprint forwards, and they both take the dodge action. Oh, that guy would have adventurous saving throw, but yeah, they both run forwards, take the dodge action, and that's all they can do. Lucian.
Okay, I shall run down here and take a swing at this one.
Cool, you run down, swing, magnum coals, definitely hitting for 9 damage. Yeah, you ram the spear into him. He doesn't, like, go down. He kind of brings his shield up, but you push the magic spear right through the shield, and it thuds painfully into his shoulder, but he doesn't go down, but it looks like it hurt.
I'd hope so. I'll move over here, and I shall be a sissy and cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Cool. Magical protection surrounds you. Ember, what do you do? So, yeah. The orcs are pouring forwards. They're kind of moving quickly forwards, but keeping low, sort of roadie running to keep themselves protected from attack. Some of them make swings but miss horribly. Tyndall slashes one open. Another is hacked into by a powerful spear. And then Embers opens up with a quicken spell to mirror image. So Ember, suddenly there are 4 tiefling warriors, or not warriors, mages standing there.
And all the orcs are confused by a wall of text.
So yeah, you can still cast a cantrip if you want to. Yeah, orcs are not very literate people, so reading the wall of text is quite difficult for them. Oh, and create bonfire. Cool, where do you create it? Create bonfire. Right on this poor fellow. Alright, he's going to make his dex saving throw. Orcs, 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 orcs. He fails and takes 7 damage, that's alright. -7. So he was a pain growl as his like shins catch fire. Is that your turn? Assume so for the moment.
He moved a bit.
You move like you move back. You find like the invisible wall. I mean hedge against your back, and that's as far much as you can do. So this guy who's been given a bit of a beating, he moves up to here. I think that's as far as he needs to. He's got aggression, so he can move a little closer. He moves up to here. And he is going to cast Bless. So he raises his spear, lets out like an angry war cry, and emboldens some of his warriors. I'm just going to put a wee symbol on the blessed ones. He also casts it at level 2, so he gets to do an extra guy, so he emboldens 4. He lets out a big roar, and a bunch of his warriors are filled with the power and aggression of Garamosh. You know, he'll put it on himself too, because he wants glory. And that's his turn. Estagon.
Cool. I step here and shoot an arrow at the big guy again. All the way over.
You fire. He tries to defend himself with his shield, but it's up to no avail. Clinks kind of gets caught in this like chainmail, but it definitely looks like it hurt like crap.
So he needs to make a concentration.
Yes, he does.
And I'm going to use my action surge to shoot another arrow.
Okay, cool. Oh, he fails. No sooner has Bless been summoned than Bless is dismissed. He's like, ah! Says something in Orcish that sounds like a vulgarity.
I hear they don't
All
like
of
arrows.
Orcish sounds like a vulgarity.
But the second arrow, unfortunately, goes wide.
Yeah, and then I'm going to stand next to Ember because
the hedge wall.
I'm confused. Yeah.
Cool. Jabzul! You've got 2 orcs in front of you snarling. One took a clumsy swing at you. You get the feeling these orcs are not your biggest fans.
But, you know, I really feel like this is working out for me. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Burning Hand.
15-foot cone.
Because I know Lucian stayed back specifically so that I could, because he has been hit by it before.
Cool. So you're going to hit the 2 directly in front of you. They have to make dex saving throws.
Yes, DC of a 13.
Pass.
On a fail, they take 11. On a success, they take half.
Okay, so they're both going to take 5 damage.
Does everyone always save against my freaking Burning Hand?
No.
Hmm.
Okay, these guys both look rough now. In fact, the one next to Lucian is like staggering drunkenly, like his flesh is covered in burns. He looks very close to death. The other one doesn't look much better. They're having a rough day. But they're orcs.
That gives me an...
Do you want to do anything else?
Oh, I'm in melee range, so if I did a ranged spell attack, it would be at disadvantage.
Yes, it would.
Then never mind, I'm done.
Alright, so the 2... Well, I'm going to move them all first, and then I'll do attack rolls. So he's going to move up to here. He is going to go after... I can't really get to Estrogen because of the tree, so he's going to go after Ember. Oh, he can't move yet. He's not an orc. He's something else. He is going to move up to Ember and... yeah. Get that bloody caster. Okay, that's them all moved. So, this attack is going to be on Ember, so I have to roll a d20 first. 6. Is that actually going to be a hit on Mirror Image? Or is it 4 or lower, isn't it? Mirror Image.
I think depends on...
You must roll a 6 or higher. You must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to the... Okay, so I think 6 or higher, yeah, he hits a duplicate. I think you're supposed to roll it. That's fine. He hits a duplicate, which is what you want.
A duplicate AC is 10 plus your dex mod.
Yeah.
If it does hit, then it is destroyed.
Oh, well, Benjamin rolled for himself anyway, and it's going to hit him.
That's on his to see then.
Alright, so let's see if this orc can strike you. Yeah, he sure can.
Oh! Shouldn't have rolled there.
2d12 plus 3. Let's see if you get a chance to. Only 13, that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Although it might be bad enough, actually. Does that take you down? Will you be silent forever after? Oh, he cast false light on himself. Yep, I do believe I remember that. So it would have taken you down, but this extra vigor given to you by magic keeps you up as the axe slams into your shoulder really hard. And yeah, you can Hellish Rebuke. The orc snarls like, surprise, this squishy magic casting fool didn't die. It's like, I got the right one and everything. Yeah, Hellish Rebuke that fool. One of them is going to attack Lucian at the same time. So Lucian, this is against you. Misses, because you're a big wall of armor. Two of them are going to attack Jab. One... I'm just going to change this quickly so it actually rolls.
Wow.
Damn, that
Oh,
attribute
damn!
damage.
Okay, so that orc is just dead. Like, he just...
Well, you have to make a save. And if it's easy, he only takes half damage.
What's half of 26? 13?
13.
He has 13 hit points, so no matter what, he dies.
Alright.
Let's see if he dies with
I tried.
dignity or dies.
I hope
He does not die with
Everybody
dignity.
knows.
He is just. I'm just going to remove him.
God.
I'm just going to remove him. He is gone. He is evaporated in a single
job,
blast.
You gotta teach me how to do that.
Yeah, teach me. That one's really cool. So let's see. I only did one attack on Jabzul.
Missed against Lucian. You did the 8 to me, and you have one more.
I've got one more against you. Let me just find my sheet. There it is. I've just changed the text so it actually rolls the damage. 20, but only for 5 damage. He manages to smack you with the pommel of the axe.
Alright.
One of them is going to strike at Tyndall's the bear.
Yep.
20 for 4 damage.
Oh,
So-
yep, that would hit.
Yep,
Oh, 4.
he sticks the nut in and headbutts you in the face. Headbutts a bear. The guy's going for cool points over actual effectiveness. And then I believe it's Tyndall's go. Oh no, sorry, there's the two back at the cart. So one of the two back at the cart jumps down, unhooks the beast of burden, and slaps it on the arse, and sort of yells at it to run off in that direction. Now I didn't actually complete my character sheet for this one, I'm just remembering, but I have him here.
Is the other one still standing on top?
Yeah, the other one's still standing.
Because I cannot see it because of the dynamic lighting.
Oh yeah, no, you can't see this, but shit is happening. It's apparently very
What the hell
amusing.
are you doing?
So he has a dex bonus of 0. 1d20. So he'll go on 1, which makes kind of sense. Big cow thingy. Add down 1. So he unleashes this big cow thingy, slaps it on the arse, and points in your direction. I'm going to make him roll animal handling to see if he gets across exactly who he wants him to attack. Yeah, the cow seems to understand. It's an angry orc cow. It knows who its masters are. And the other one is going to shoot at Jabzul, because that's becoming their favourite pastime. But for 12, so misses.
Too bad hitting Jebzul is also their favorite pastime.
Does a 12 hit Jabzul? Because they have disadvantage
Is it
for
a
range.
disadvantage?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're,
no, that
they're
misses.
just out of range.
They're using short bows, not long bows.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they've got
forgot that. No, they miss.
Cool.
I have an AC of 15. Sweet.
Uh,
Alright.
Cool. So that is the orcs goes now. Tyndalls. You've got an angry orc in your face, snarling and he headbutted you. He just straight up thrust his face into your face. And he looks like dead proud of himself, like, yeah, I'm a badass. I headbutted a bear.
That's just not on. It's not good bear etiquette, so I am going to bite and claw him.
Okay, the bite goes wide because he presses his forehead against yours to keep you back. But then your claws go across his stomach, ripping out his intestines. He lets out like a noise, and he dies. Slowly
Quite
and
right,
painfully.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to ram the main guy with the flaming sphere.
Alright, so the flaming sphere goes down. He has to make is it a dex save? Is that how far can you move it?
30 feet.
30 feet? Yeah, cool. Dex saving throw from him. He's not super dexterous, but a 16 is a 16.
Oh.
So he
Saves
does
Half
it.
damage. 36.
Damage.
Cool. And 2 damage again. Ow! Stop it.
Scorching all the eyebrows.
And you can move if you want. No one's threatening you.
That's true. I might. If I'm just gonna come around, I think, and get closer to my companions. Oh wow, yeah, there's a lot going on behind this tree, isn't there?
There's a lot of orcs around this tree.
It's all going on behind that tree.
I might see if I can get around here, avoiding the bear trap.
Yeah, sure. And you know where the bear trap is. I think you can skip round. You're a little squeezed up against that tree there, but your big bear butt's not too bad, so it gets in there and you're fine.
Okay.
Cool. So it is now the Orogs go. So these are much larger orcs. They have like a big cleaver in either hand, and they're both going to run up at. Well, yeah, they're both going to run up and attack the bear. Roar, get that bear! So they come charging up, growling and spitting, and they both attack. So this is from the first guy. 18 and a 7. So,
18 hits.
cool, so you take 12 from the first guy as he slices at you with his big cleavers. And the second guy kind of comes in, doesn't stand on the bear trap, he sees it, he doesn't need to get past it. 18 and 13 for 15 and 9.
Ooh, both hit.
Okay, yeah, bears are big and tough but don't have a lot of AC.
Oh, I think I'm a gnome again.
Do you take any leftover damage or do you just gnomify?
I take 6 damage from my regular AC.
So yeah, these big orcs run over, they've got a huge meaty cleaver in either hand, they just start hacking into bear flesh, and they basically just hack you out of your bear form, and a gnome falls down onto the ground. I assume you want to be a little further away from them, like maybe here?
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Yeah, you can be in any of these 4 squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems good.
Cool. They've got a little movement left, so the orc is going to move up, so he's threatening you. And the other one is going to... how far did he move to get there? Like 10, 15
So you
feet.
just take a step forward.
30. He is going to go round the tree and get to here. And he uses
Whoa.
aggression to move faster. So yeah, he just comes
Yeah.
charging around the tree and gets ready to attack Lucian and Ember on the next turn. Speaking of Lucian,
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry to interrupt. I think I've just noticed. I think I should have made a concentration check on the flaming sphere.
yes, actually you should have made free. But you can
Yeah.
use the bear's constitution for each of them for them. So whatever the bear's constitution bonus is.
Good.
Yeah, perfect. Outstanding. Yeah, you managed to keep that sphere going.
Okay.
It's hard to focus because you just like effectively died as a bear, but you managed to keep control. Lucian.
Shit happens. I am going to cast Thunderwave.
Ooh, Abyssal Thunderwave. Nice. Where are you? I'm guessing you're just. Where are you casting it? Because it's got to be a square originating from you.
Yes. Kind of like that.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're just blasting, basically a cone out from you.
Yeah.
This way, so hitting 1, 2, 3 of the orcs, but not hitting the one in front of you or Tyndall.
No.
Cool. Alright, so that is a, what is it, a dex save, I believe?
Con save.
Is that a con
Sadly.
save? Ah, I thought it was
Yep.
dex. Cool. Right, so,
Based-
your damage was 8, so half to 4. The highest HP amongst these two orcs is 4. So they've been pretty beat up. So they are both, no matter what, dead. They are blasted away. I'll just move them away. They're caught up. Their broken bodies are flung against this tree. One of them ends up in the tree, like hanging off it. The big guy is a little more sturdy. In fact, he looks pretty damn tough, and he is going to. Oh, he's got a damn good con. But it doesn't matter when you roll a 2. So he takes the full 8.
Is he blown into the trap?
Uh,
It is behind him.
no, he is blowing over the trap, and the trap is blowing flying away.
Does it land on the bigger guy?
Roll a spell attack.
Who?
Lucian, since this is like just whatever your spell attack modifier would be.
Just a trap on someone's head, like.
So I think basically okay. Wow, your attack modifier would be 6. Yeah, I guess so. 14. It flies through the air and lands here. Ding.
Oh, so close.
Oh fuck. Just says in common. Fuck me. Anything else?
I would like to turn to this one and ask him if his mother is that ugly.
Is that the big guy?
Yeah, that one.
He just snarls at you, but like you can tell he's gonna. You don't think you've got his attention as much as you'd like.
Yeah.
It's a kind of,
Worth trying.
despite his big, like he's like 8 foot tall and brutish. You can see a kind of an intelligence to his eyes you wouldn't expect.
Okay. Done.
Ember. It's a shame it's the spellcaster who can't speak, because if it was a fighter or something, it would just be like, I attack twice.
Yeah, click, click.
Click, click.
Bonefire.
Oh, there was a guy in that fucking fire. He would have moved. Oh, fuck, I forgot about him. I couldn't
He's
see
just
him in the
burning
fucking
up.
fire.
God
Shit.
help me, move me out of there.
Because he would have moved out of that and attacked. I couldn't see his token because of the little flame. I don't like retconning, because it was my mistake, but I am trying to keep track of a lot of orcs.
You haven't taken damage, so you don't need to make a concentration check.
He did take damage, actually. He got
Didn't he?
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
he got
yeah.
hit.
by an orc.
Good point.
So if he had failed, so
Yeah,
if
so
he
the
had failed
bonfire
his
would've
concentration check, then it would have gone away anyway.
Oh yeah, fair enough. This orc a bit late to the party. He's going to like move around here, but not make an attack because I was dumb and didn't use him. Right. So your thing goes away. What did you do? Create it again. Just fuck it. Under the same guy, he's like, ha! I escaped. Oh god, I'm burning again. Why is life so cruel? Why does Goromosh not love me? Cool. So he has to make a con save. Orcs are pretty conny. Pretty.
It's a dex save.
Oh, dex save. Oh, that's what it is. Well, they're not that dexy, but they're not bad. Yeah, no damage. He's like no, and just jumps out of the way of your fire. Anything else?
Last time. He's casting Mantle of Flame. He sets himself on fire. He can shed bright light in 30 feet and then dim for another. And all of his fire spells do his charisma as bonus damage. And
Yeah.
anyone who hits him takes damage equal to his charisma.
Nice. It's a good spell. Alright, so this guy, first of all, he's going to obviously move out of the flame. Well, actually, first he's going to cast his spell. So he looks at Lucien and Jabzul. And...
Sup, bitch.
So, bitch. Why are you there? I thought I moved both of you guys. Oh, whatever. Oh, he got blasted away, that's why he's there. He is going to shout at you both in common, grovel! And you need to make, for me,
Wisdom check.
I believe, yes, a wisdom saving throw. And he's casting at level 2, so it affects both of you.
Does this count as a charm?
It's not wrong there.
Sure. Sure, why not?
Something's definitely got
Listen,
wrong there.
You fail. So on your turn, you're going to have to use your action to just fall to your knees and grovel.
Yep.
It's a bit of a bastard. And Jebzu? You're fine. You're used to magic and its strange effects, and you do it. And then he's going to move here.
Now I can't.
Yes, trying to be out of people's sight. I did not forget about the cow, for it is now the big cow thing's turn. The big cow is going to run up to here, kind of like stomps forwards, kind of begins bursting through these flames left behind, snorts, and takes a dodge action. Like he's... Yeah. He's running through the flame, but he's not at you guys yet. And then it is Estrogen's go. Estrogon.
Cool. Dropping the bow, taking short swords out, and trying to hit the guy next to me with short
Aha!
swords.
Oh! Slash, cut, parry.
19.
Yeah, that hits.
And
you-
offhand 1.
Nice. Yeah, you hack the one of the short swords in just under his ribs. He grunts in pain, and while he's distracted, you cut his throat with the other, and he collapses to the ground, very dead.
Cool.
Blech. All I did was stand in a bonfire. Anything else? I guess it's action, bonus
no.
action. Jabzul.
So just to clarify, did this one die?
No, he's fine. He just got blasted away.
Okay. So there's those three. I can't see the big guy anymore. He's
Yeah,
what
he-
worries me.
he's deliberately
So I'm gonna
moved
move
away.
15 feet this direction. Oh, and he's hiding behind a tree. So I'm gonna move another 15 feet so that I can get a better shot at him. And I'm gonna cast Firebolt twice at him, using an instant point to quicken spell and cast it as cantrip. Or
Yeah,
as a
that's-
bonus action.
That's legit. So you just raise both your hands, flame out of both. He raises his shield to defend himself. One of them blasts off his shield, and the other blasts off his shield.
Damn.
And he just like lowers the burning like timber of his shield and snarls at you. Orcs go.
This may not have been a good idea.
It may not have been. I think there's only one orc and the archers left. So the orc who's fighting with Lucian and that, he is going to strike at Tyndall's because just the easier target. And you know, they're orcs, they're big bullies. So swings, roar, but embarrasses himself and his ancestors. And then the two with short bows are going to... What can they actually see now? I didn't give them sight, so it's hard to tell. But I don't think they can see Jabzul or anyone. They're going to ready their action, and if anyone moves into visible sight, they're going to fire at them. Tyndalls.
I Ram the sky, flaming sphere.
You're cutting out a
Can
bit.
So,
I'm gonna ram the sky with the flaming sphere again.
ow! Stop it! He says in Orcish.
Cow speaks Orcish.
No, he's doing it on the Eye of Garamosh.
Half damage again.
Half damage again.
Damage.
Every little helps. So 2 again.
5.
The odds. The odds. Would you stop that, please? Cool, that's your bonus action.
Yep, and with my action, I'm gonna turn into a bear again.
Yeah, old classic. Rawr. You're gonna have to move over here a little bit if you want to turn into a bear, just because that tree takes a bit of space. Actually, I suppose no, because I let you stand there before, so yeah, you can just stand there. Become Beardles.
Yep, stay where I am. That's me.
So you are a bear again.
Grrr.
So this, it goes to the Orog's go. This Orog is going to run over here and defend his High Priest. So he charges at Jabzul, snarling, bearing vicious tusks, and swings his 2 great cleavers at you. Big Cleaver 1, Big Cleaver 2. Ooh.
Oh dear.
10, 16, 25 damage to Jabzul.
But I did eat that deathwork pie. So instead, I take those big ass cleavers to the chest or wherever it is that he's aiming, go to fall, and then 1 hit point back. But I
Yeah,
remain standing.
he rams a cleaver into your... I think he uses the first cleaver, he hacks it across your hand to open up your chest, and he rams one into your shoulder and chest, grins because he's like, I've got him, he's dead. And then you pull it out, and just out of nowhere a voice goes, well, I don't think that's going to do, my boy. And you don't fall, as the spirit of Herman keeps you up. Yeah, the other
Thank you,
one...
Herman.
Quite alright. The other one is going to move out of the bonfire, because, ow. And is going to attack Ember. So Ember, could you make a roll for me to see if he gets you or a dupe? He gets a dupe. So he's probably going to hit it, let's find out. Yep, smashes 1 dupe into oblivion. And then he's going to, on the back swing, with his other one, try and hack Lucian. But only gets a 10.
Ding.
So smashes a dupe into splinters and hacks Lucian in the shield or whatever he has. And then it is good old Lucian's go. Lucian falls to his knees and grovels.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I'm sure she's lovely, really.
Fantastic. Embers. There's a very large, angry metal orc in front of you, Embers. He looks mostly unharmed. But he looks completely unharmed and is snarling, teeth bared, ready to kill. Use your action to disengage, and yeah, then you can just move wherever you want away from him. Just nope, nope, nope. Hide behind a tree. Fuck that noise. The orc swings you as you go, but you duck low, and he misses you completely. Cool. The Eye of Garamosh, unless you have anything else to do. The Eye of Garamosh is going to use his turn. He's out of 2nd level spells, but... There, Garamosh actually goes first. Let's see, Jabzul is down, and he doesn't really have any reason to think Jabzul's going to get back up. So he's going to charge Tyndall's the bear, because her fucking flaming thing keeps following him around. Charges Tyndall's, hacks at her with his spear. Doesn't do very well. So uses a bonus action to summon a spiritual weapon to attack you. Another spear appears, hacks down at you, hitting you for 4 damage. Are people talking and I can't hear them, or is it just quiet?
It's just quiet.
Okay, cool. Wasn't sure for a second there. Yeah, you take a spear for 4 damage. It's like, would you make your stupid flaming ball leave me alone?
I'm so good with the ball again.
Yeah. And then he's going to move here, for reasons that will become apparent, as a very large, angry bull. It's a good thing you didn't turn back, because a huge bull runs up and tries to gore a bear. Right, so he's going to gore you. He gets a +7.
Oh.
Okay.
1d20 plus 7. It helps if I write roll and not toll. 23, I'm going to take that as a hit.
The hit.
So he does 2d8 plus 5 piercing damage, but because he moved more than 20 feet straight towards you, he does an extra 2d8.
Ah.
So, yeah. 5, so it's going to be 4d8. As this huge bull rams into you, driving a horn into the bear's side. But the bear is not quite dead.
No.
Oh, but somewhat skewered.
Looking rough, but...
Bull versus bear. Estrogen. There is a big armored orc in front of you. You can hear like loud mooing coming from nearby, braying. Another sort of regular orc is up, and you've gotten sight of the Eye of Garamosh again. Far away, you can hear. Well, actually, I don't think anyone knows Jabzul's gone down. Jabzul is still up, isn't he?
I can see from
Damn
here.
it, I forgot
I
that.
saw him like two big cleavers to the chest, but still standing, smiling a bit.
You might assume he's about to die.
Yeah. But this guy over here also looks like still like he has hit like once or something. Was he the guy?
He got thunder
away?
waves, but he's fighting with a lot of vigor. He seems to still have some strength in him.
The
one
this
guy. He hasn't been touched yet either, but he is one of the more regular orcs.
And how does the chief look like?
Pretty messed up. He's got like a couple of arrows sticking in him. He's got several very gentle burns.
Going to shoot him.
Okay, you draw your bow. Stow your short swords in a quick Legolas flourish. Draw your bow. Well,
19 for 11 piercing.
Yeah, that got him. He staggers, but is not quite dead. He looks close, like his blood is drooling out of his mouth. He goes down to one knee, but then he pulls himself back up.
Good, and now I'm going to move around towards... yeah, here.
Alright, you move round. Get kind of a look over thing. Jabzul, you are somehow still standing after a cleaver to the chest. The orc in front of you is snarling, ready to attack again. It's heavily armoured and clearly very dangerous. And your friends are all very far away. I can't hear Jabzul. Is he talking?
You was just talking.
Okay, let me reconnect, because I think we're having that problem again. Boop.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
That's good. So after that harrowing experience of almost dying,
Again.
and thanking the god of hindsight that I remembered to eat the pie this time, I am going to wave goodbye at this orc in front of me and Misty Step again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the way back over here.
Yeah. Not a lot of great places to stand at the moment, is there? Orcs everywhere.
No, there's not. And as I get back here, I realize, oh shit's gotten much worse than since I left.
there's like a big bull thing. It's got its horn. When you Misty Step to there, the 2 orcs that had readied their action to fire their bow, or I suppose they actually saw a bear appear, so they'd have fired at the bear.
Oh fuck, that's right, because they were waiting. Okay,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They both fire at the bear. Just let me get this done real quick. 15 and 9.
They're at disadvantage, right?
Yes, so
Yeah.
only the 15 hits.
Okay, so the first one.
I'm actually doing this against Tyndall's, because they'd have seen Tyndall's
Oh,
first.
okay.
Oh, you do. Oh, sorry. Okay.
I
You said
forgot
it, and I
that.
thought you were coming after me.
I
Okay,
was
so the
originally,
first
and then I realized they would have seen Tyndall's first, so it makes him more sensitive to fire at the bear. Yeah.
So it's still, that's just 6.
Yeah.
In that case, I am. This one that had attacked me, does he look fairly? I know he got hit by Thunderwave. Does he look like?
No, actually,
Daggering,
he looks fresh and ready to go. Like if anything, you've just gotten his blood pumping.
The cleric in front of you looks a bit rough though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and throw. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a firebolt at the chief.
all right.
Good luck.
Your
He's
fire.
right in front of me. How could I miss?
He raises his shield.
Hey!
Yay!
Alright.
Yay! Oh, he looks even closer to death.
And then I would like to see if can I take a free action and yell, Lucian, help!
Lucian is on his knees groveling right now. When you look over. The one remaining orc not with a bow is going to swing down at Lucian with advantage, because Lucian is groveling. And hits, I believe, with a 21.
Nope.
Nope.
23.
So it would hit you. Like, he swings at your face, but the power of your god deflects it. How, like, 23?
Yeah.
How?
Full plate, shield, and shield of faith.
Isn't Shield of Faith only 2?
Yeah.
So full plate is 18, shield
And
is another 2.
defense. Fighting style.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah. Ting! It's like, yeah, it doesn't stand a
Lucian,
chance.
that never hit.
Yeah, you'll just stand there immortal forever. Our 2...
It doesn't usually work this way.
Yeah. Our 2 orc bowmen, now that they can't see the gnome again, because she transformed and is behind the tree, are going to have to do the only thing they can... They're going to go back to their old pastime. Firing at Jabzul with disadvantage. You ready, Jab?
Oh.
1... 12?
Miss.
Miss?
Miss. AC 15.
8.
And again.
2 short bow bolts go wide, and they, like...
These orcs are really terrible shots.
It doesn't help when you go to They should really just move up and fire, but they have their little spot and they like it.
Yeah. Is this guy still alive?
Yes. He...
Oh god.
But he is regretting many of his life choices. Tyndalls, what do you do?
I think I owe you a couple of concentration checks on that flaming sphere.
Yes, I think you probably do. 1 for being rammed by a bull, and I think that one might be quite high because he did quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find my bull friend. He was just a regular roll. Yeah, just roll, see what you get. Yeah, that one will save for the bull, and the arrow is also a save. So your sphere is still up.
Okay.
Sphere's doing work.
You
How am I
gotta teach me how to
doing?
cast that.
I am.
still doesn't look good.
Yeah, no, it's you've killed most of the chaff, but it seems the 2 orc warriors remaining are pretty tough.
Yeah.
The,
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Spike Growth.
Oh, interesting.
You can move the flaming sphere first.
Oh, I can, can't I? Yeah. That will destroy the flame sphere. So you know what? I'm gonna poke this guy with fear one more time.
All right, roll that damage. Get another 5, as is tradition.
Save.
Oh yeah, it's a dex save. 8. He only had 2 hit points left. So let's see if he dies with dignity or not. He does not. So he's standing there like he's just been hit by a firebolt. He's like, it will take more than that to burn. Oh my god! And flame rolls over him from behind. He falls to the ground screaming and burns away. Yeah, and he's dead.
I hold a thumbs up. Thanks, Tyndalls.
Actually, oh, Abbott's really low on health, isn't he?
A little.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
used
one.
to
One
it.
HP.
I'm used to it. Kill him.
He's fine.
He's used to it.
The house is on fire, but everything's.
Everything's fine.
Actually, rather than doing what I was gonna do, I'm probably gonna try and move around. Oh, I've made it really awkward for myself, though. I want to try and move around and cast Kill Wounds on Jab.
Yeah, you could do that. You move to here, you won't end up in the
Yeah.
fire's effect, and you won't get attack of opportunity. So you move around,
Hey.
touch jab.
Move around.
What level do you cast it at?
Just first.
Alright, 10, nice.
Nice.
You go up to 11 hit points, which is a big difference. So yeah, you lay your hand probably on his, like, knee.
Thanks, Tyndalls.
Well,
It is then Very Scary Orcs go. Very Scary Orc number 1 is going to... like... So, a little disclaimer on how I play Dungeons & Dragons. I know Adam does his random rolling to decide who he's going to hit. I like to play as belief in if it makes sense that the enemy would do it, they will do it. And it makes sense, unfortunately, that this orc would attack Jabzul, knowing that he is weakened.
I'm used to it, man. It's all good.
Yep. So he runs
I
up.
have like 5 characters backed up just in case I die.
Oh, good. You have alt-itis.
5 times in one session. Wow.
So swing number 1 goes wide.
10 misses.
Swing number 2 goes wide.
Yes.
The orc snarling
To be fair-
runs up, but is clumsy as all fuck.
This leader has been killed.
Oh, he doesn't give a shit. Now he's the leader as far as he's concerned.
Okay. Oh, he's the leader now. He's
I'm-
the leader.
Look at me. I am the war boss now. The other one is going to sidle past Lucian here, because there's clearly no way you're hitting Lucian, he's decided. Even if he's groveling on the ground. Swing
Just some kind of opener.
at Jabzul. 15 for 15.
oh,
Who's that on? Me or Tyndall?
Jabzul.
And I'm down for the first time this round. You know, this isn't even like the things we're supposed to be hunting.
Yeah.
No.
Like, we have not even found the Displacer beast yet.
Things are not going well for the beginning of your quest. And then he has another swing, so he's going to swing that at not Jabzul, at Tyndall's. But I think an 11 probably misses. Yes. So his cleaver goes wide. Lucian. You probably want to get up because you're groveling at the moment.
Yeah, I'll get up.
Spin attack.
Yeah, I'll take a swing at this one.
Cool. You swing your mighty for
Spear.
19, which hits, and you drive it kind of like into his ribs. You hear like the armor bend inwards, and he grunts in discomfort. But he's a big boy with a lot of health.
Yep. Yeah, I'll stay where I am.
Do you want a divine smite or anything?
Not at this point, no.
Cool. Ember. The silent tiefling. So yeah, as this is going on, the orcs, now the strong ones, are digging in. They team up on Jabzul. Like one of them misses two big heavy swings, but as Jabzul's backing up, the other clocks him in the back of the head with the cleaver, and he goes down hard. And Lucian and kind of eventually sticks a spear into him, but he's heavily armored, muscular, just doesn't go down. While that's happening, Ember, or well, all three Embers. Burning Hands. Wow. So you're kind of angling it to the side, so it's going to just hit the one. For good damage,
yeah.
let's see if he can make his dex save. No, he cannot. He takes 16 fire damage, which is considerable. So, yeah, the spear kind of sticking in his side. He doesn't notice the sneaky. Takes a big blast of flame, but doesn't go down, and still seems like he's got some strength left in him. Anything else from Ember? That's it. Okay, the big.
Did that include the Mantle of Flame?
I believe it did not.
Yeah, yes it did.
Oh, yes, it did.
Yes,
Cool.
it did.
Yeah, the big cow thing. Now that it's rammed the bear, doesn't know what to do. It doesn't want to walk into the flames, so it takes a little like half step back, like and shakes its head. Our good cleric friend is dead, the Eye of Garamosh, so it's Estradon's turn.
I'm going to shoot the same one, which has a spear in it, and
And it's
now
being burned, yeah.
yeah,
13 does not hit. It clanks off his very heavy armor.
well, that's my turn.
Cool. Jabzul, can I get a death saving throw, please? Oh!
Fuck.
Yeah, like the back of your head is bleeding. Like you took a big cleaver to the back of the head. You look very close to death. So the orcs that are remaining, there are two of them who cannot see any. Well, actually, they can just see Tyndall's in the far distance. So they're going to pop off quick bow shots. So bow shot number 1. Both of these have disadvantage, Tyndall. 8. 16 for 9. Shit.
16 hits.
Yeah, an arrow smacks into your shoulder, and it hurts like crap. The final remaining orc is going to run away from Lucian. So
Can I
Lucian,
smack him?
yes, you can take your opportunity attack.
Tyndall should also be able to make a double
Yes,
opportunity attack.
Tyndall's can as well. 8 unfortunately misses.
No.
Okay, just remembering how to attack something other than a bite.
Yeah, I know. Just bite his ankle. Ow.
Quarterstaff.
13, let me just check. That might hit. 13 hits for 3 damage.
Hey.
Ow. Rude. Crack him in the shin as he runs away. He was too busy watching the spear.
Take that.
He's going to try and use his animal handling to inspire this cow to charge one of you. But I'm going to give him disadvantage because there's a sphere of flaming energy in front of him. Right, so animal handling. 3. So we'll see what the bull does on its turn. Maybe it will charge you. Tyndalls, it's your go. You've still got this flaming sphere up. It's doing pretty well. Oh, actually, you need to make a con save for the arrow, I suppose.
Oh.
Because
Yeah.
there's an arrow sticking in your little gnome shoulder. Like, ow. Yeah, fine.
Yay!
You're really good at focusing on fireballs.
Cure wounds jab again.
Okay. Come on, Jab. Really need your help right now, buddy.
Emma, stop dying.
10? At least
A
the
for
healing's good.
consistency.
Alright, Jab, you wake up. The back of your
Thanks,
head, like,
Noodles.
knits closed, but you can feel you're, like, missing some hair on the back of your scalp. And there are two big, angry, armored orcs around you. And yeah, Tyndall, you want to ram someone with a ball of fire?
Yeah. I'll ow.
The cow actually doesn't look like it's going to do anything to you. Like,
Oh really?
the animal handling check got a 3. You can tell it's, like, not interested in attacking you at the moment.
Okay.
It is still here.
It is still here, yeah, but it's, like, not focused on you. You can attack it if you want. I'm just giving you kind of the information you
It
can
is-
see.
No, that's helpful.
Yeah, so rams right into the back of that guy. He obviously has to make his all-important dex save. Or take 2 damage, I suspect. Dex saving throw. 15. He makes it.
Damn.
2d6 damage. For... Oh, I don't think that's 2. That's 3 damage.
That's a 3.
Moving up in the world. Yeah, he gets mildly annoyed by a thing.
Both eyebrows and his moustache.
Well, it kind of annoyed the other guy to death, so.
I mean, it got him in the end.
Yeah.
That poor guy is still on the ground burning because of your ball. Like, what little is left of his skin is tingling.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Chipped away.
after that, it is the 2 Orogs go. So, I think this is probably going to be a bad round for everyone. Jab, you're on the ground, aren't you?
I am. And covered in blood, so I wouldn't be surprised if they swung at me.
Yeah. Let me just check their wisdom. And Orog's wisdom, it's not great. I'm just going to give them both a saving
I
throw
should
to
have been a
see
tiefling.
if they can tell you're alive. One Orog can't tell you're up. So they both think you're still down. So this one's going to go up to Tyndall and be like, you stop hitting me with balls of fire. He's going to move out of the ball of fire's range. If you want, you can make an attack, Jabzul, but they will know that you're awake once you do that.
I am on the ground. Would that give me disadvantage?
Yes, it would. And they are wearing very heavy armor.
Fuck it, they do wear heavy armor, and this is gonna be hard to hit, but I gotta try and keep them from hitting Tyndall's after she saved me so much.
It's true.
So this is the first time I've swung this quarterstaff, by the way.
See how it does. A 4
Oh, the
does not
4.
hit.
Oh.
So he comes
And
round.
now they know I'm awake, but I tried to. Fuck.
What's all that? Buan. A whole bunch of dice roll.
Rolling for stats, I guess.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. So maybe later, Buan. I don't know. Right. So this big.
He's not in Discord.
Okay.
Speak it casual.
He comes round and swings twice at Tyndall. Swing number 1. Swing number 2. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think the first one took you down, didn't it?
Yeah.
All right. He would have taken the second swing then at Lucian.
Which hits.
Yeah, so Lucian actually gets hit for once. It's either that or he hit the gnome on the ground, which would be pretty bad. So swings around, clashes its cleaver into Lucian. And then it's the second one, who, seeing Jabzul is awake, is going to swing our cleaver down at Jabzul. For 9? For 10 even.
Nope, for a 10, that still misses.
And then, frustrated and annoyed, swings again. 14? 15, sorry. 15, but only for 5 damage.
He's still alive.
Yeah, he swings down at you, rolls to the side, swings out again, catches you in the bloody shoulder. But you're not quite dead. That was lucky. That was extremely lucky.
Flaming sphere is gone.
Yes, the flaming
Oh,
sphere
yeah.
is definitely gone. It burns
And
out,
annoyed many.
yeah, leaving charred orcs all over the place. It did work. Lucian, it's your go. Two of your friends are lying on the ground before you. An orc just slammed its cleaver into your side. Yeah, this is the moments paladins live for, and then die in.
How's that one looking?
Let's see. That one, he's been beaten around a bit, but he still looks pretty strong.
Right, I'll spend 20 points of lay on hands into Tyndall's.
Oh,
Damn.
thank you.
Sorry, 19.
19. Leave that one for a get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You, using your spear to hold off these two raging orcs, you lay a hand on Tyndall's, and she like gasps awake. Wounds pretty much entirely closing up.
And I'll move over to here.
Yeah. Could you also make a con save for me for your Shield of Faith?
I already did.
Oh, okay, cool. You move over beside Jabzul. The orc's kind of following you as you go. Ember. There's just a grand melee in front of you right now. Burning Hands. Again, are you like very carefully directing it? Sort of. I mean, from where you're standing right now, you'll hit Jabzul. You might.
It's originally. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you can position it so you don't hit Jab. Right. So let's see how he does. He makes another Dex saving throw. Yeah, takes the full whack of it. And you can tell he is now, he's still up, but he's hurt. Like, he actually looks like he's staggering. A lot of his flesh is burnt. His armor is actually red in places and sizzling on his form. Yeah, he's not having a good time. The big cow thing narrows its eyes at the orc that slapped it on the rump. Swings his horn at the orc, but misses. I am so disappointed. And like the orc yelps and like starts to back away. Estragon.
I'm going to hit the one which has again been hit by the burning.
Alright, you aim, trying to find a weak point in its heavy armor. You find it. Digs in. The orc grunts in pain, but doesn't fall. And then it is Jabzul's go. Damage was just a little too low.
Does Jeff Zulian know what kind of paladin Lucian is?
Possibly.
We've ran together. Do you
Yeah.
like, talk about it, or? I'm trying to see if you have the mission thing where like you can impose disadvantage on.
Pardon?
I'm trying to see if you have disadvantage. I want to try and back away because all my stuff is ranged.
I think you're getting paladin abilities mixed up with the shield protection ability.
Oh, no, I do not have that fighting style.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah. He instead has the fighting style of, look how much armor I have.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would mean you have to disengage then, or take the hit, but
Or you could always Misty Step backwards.
or roll with disadvantage.
Decisions.
Yes, actually, I'm gonna disengage backwards. 5, 10, 15, 20. Let's get all the way over here.
Cool. You're like hiding in
And
a tree.
I'm actually going to spend all of my remaining sorcery points to charge up a second level spell slot. But
Okay.
that is my action, my bonus action as well.
Alright, you go back and you focus your inner power, gaining some magical force. And that is you. This orc who, like, tried to control the big bull kind of, like, yelps and tries to run away. The bull gets an attack of opportunity. Misses. And the orc just, like, legs it. Like, just, nope, runs off. Was that 60 feet I moved the orc? The bull might want to chase him down. Yeah, it was. Cool. Tyndalls, it's your go. Oh, there are two orcs with bows, I suppose. But the only person they can rarely see is Lucian. So let's see how this goes for them. I have a theory.
This is where we start rolling well.
I have a theory. Yep, just well, 19's pretty good, but who cares when it's Lucian? Ding! One bounces off your, like, armor. Then it's Tyndall's go.
Impolite.
You're lying on the ground with two really deadly orc warriors around you.
I'm gonna stand up.
Cool, you jump to your feet. It's not a very long jump.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Flame Blade.
Ooh, fancy. I'm afraid a 15 does not hit, though.
Okay.
Flies through the air, but just misses.
Sort of squeeze there. I've got a
You
decent
hear
weapon.
from off at about 30 feet away, Jebzulian yell, "You gotta teach me that spell!"
It involves fire, it's cool.
It's so cool!
And then I think I'm going to use my action to disengage from this guy and just kind of step around here.
I think it's a bonus action to cast, but it's an action to swing.
Yeah. So, that can be fine. I can just, like, I've cast it. So I've
But
got it.
you didn't swing it? Because I never actually heard you say you swung it. Was that just an assumption on my part?
No. I think I want to get out between the orc sandwich.
You want to get out of the orc sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a video I watched the other day. Yeah, you escape the orc sandwich. The gnome orc sandwich is not a place you want to be. You can move further away if you want. You're disengaged, so you could probably, like, move out of their melee range.
True. I could. Nah, it's not really her way.
Now she's going to stay and fight alongside her friend.
Yeah, she's not going to leave Lucian there on his own.
Perhaps flank?
Oh, that isn't.
Oh yeah, flanking's a
Voice in
thing
my
we do.
head.
I forget about flanking. I don't normally run flanking, so I probably could have been used. Is flanking like a definite Slayer's Take you have to run rule, or?
It's just that we agreed on back when the DMs first started, so.
Okay, I'll run flanking then. I probably could have been flanking a lot this whole game, but you know I seem to be
I
doing
was
fine.
okay with you not.
I seem to be doing fine without flanking, so.
Yeah, we're all.
Right, yeah. So you've got these. You move around there, Tyndalls. Bonus action. Yeah, I think you're done. All right. So one orc. It's this one who's just burning and angry, just snarls with rage, without disengaging, runs towards Embers. So, Lucian, you can take an attack opportunity. He charges towards Embers, raises his cleavers, takes a few steps, staggers, falls, clutches a new spear wound that's gone right through his stomach, and falls to the ground dead. Blech. One down. The other one is going to give one attack to Lucian and one attack to Tyndalls, as he tries to fight these two opponents. So this is for Lucian, and this one is for Embers. Not for Embers, sorry, for Tyndalls. I think neither of those hit. So he just swings around madly, but isn't able to connect with either of you.
He's just windmilling.
Yeah, he's windmilling. And Lucian, it's your go.
Well, I'm going to stab him.
Stabbing is always a nice plan. You do not stab him.
I'm going to
Embers.
look frustrated and do nothing useful.
I mean, you're doing something useful by just not getting killed by these guys.
Yes.
Yep. I think it's Ember now.
Yeah, Ember moves up, stepping over the recently dead or dying orc with a big spear wound. Another burning hands. Burning hands for days. Can you actually position as burning hands without catching your friends?
He is doing the from his position. So if he did a step back, he could have. But like if you do your rules.
Let's see. If it starts from, does it start from the square in front of them?
It's 15 foot, so 3 squares in front of him is basically 15 foot.
Yeah, but 15 foot there as well. Like,
He,
it wouldn't catch Lucian, but they would catch Tyndall's from where he's standing. Or I suppose if we put it down that way,
well,
yes.
that's a cone,
Oh, yes, he could do it.
That's,
he could do it. I see. Cool. Yeah. So DC.
the solution probably both feel the heat though.
Yeah, it's close. Like this is somebody with a flamethrower using it right next to your face.
Yeah, basically.
All right. So this one takes a blast. Growls in pain. I think that's everything Ember's got. Big cow thing. Come back here. Runs after the orc, and they both disappear, screaming into the woods. Estragon. See, there's one big orc left.
Yeah, same thing. Going to shoot him.
But you.
Easy turns for me.
Oh yeah. Clatter.
Even a crit.
You catch him underneath the armpit, and he grunts in pain. That looked like it hurt him quite badly. Jabzul. So his last remaining orc is starting to look a bit beat up.
I have a question.
Sure.
From my spot, through the dynamic lighting, I can't see the half of the one on the wagon, bottom part of the wagon, and then this one. So would I have range to be able to hit all of these? Or would I have vision at least to be able to hit all of these?
With what spell?
Well, Scorching Ray is 120 feet.
Okay, so it's a
And
ranged
this,
attack spell.
or this
I
line,
think they
where
get.
he is.
It sounds like they. If
15
you're
what?
having that much trouble drawing a line, it sounds like they might get cover. Let me check. Okay, so only that one would have cover. This one would not. So he would get a +2 to his AC.
Oh, that made it worse. Shit. If I get here, can I them both? Just fine.
Yeah, then you're fine.
That is my max movement speed.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the
trundle.
wagon made out of?
It's actually made out of like steel.
Out of what? Sorry, you cut out.
Steel.
Like, it's strange. It's a very secure looking steel wagon.
Well, never mind then. I'm gonna go ahead. Have either of them been hit yet?
No, they've not been hit, and they've only hit once.
Okay, then I am going to go ahead and just fire the first 2 Scorching Rays at the one on top, and then the last one at him on the bottom.
Cool. Miss.
Fucking shit!
Hit for 7. Alright, you blast that one. He snarls in pain, and the other 2 miss. So yeah, Scorching Rays fly out, you become a new show, but you don't drop either of them. On their go, they both decide discretion is the better part of valor, seeing the fight turning against them, and begin to run off into the woods. They jump down and begin to run off after the pack animal one. You know, they're not here to get fireballs thrown at them. They're not behind that. Tyndall's, it's your go.
I'm swinging this guy with my flame blade.
Flame blade flies out. Looks badass.
So,
I think if you click the
click
spell,
spell again to get rolls.
yeah.
Actually, I'll just take the description and stuff.
What's that? 13 unfortunately does not hit. It crashes against his heavy armor.
Damn.
You still have a bonus action, and that does not count as casting a spell. So if you have a healing word or anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's just. I'll check range. I think it's. Alright.
shit, yeah, it might be out of range. Damn it.
You're just, I mean, you could move one step to the side.
Range on healing word.
It's 60 foot.
So,
Is it 60?
it's 60 foot.
I thought it was 30.
Yeah.
I think so.
It is 60.
Oh, there you go.
Woohoo! So yes, I will healing word on Jab.
Oh yeah, you flanking is a
Mighty
thing that
Four.
exists. Jab heals
Oh,
for
shit.
4, and yeah,
So I
actually,
heal before and swing again.
Tyndall's swing again because you'll take the damage from the first roll, but you have advantage on that attack. So swing again,
Ooh.
see if you can hit.
Good call, Ember.
Thank you,
Ooh.
22.
Ooh.
All right, yeah, you hit for 12 damage. It's the first attack. Wow, it slices into his side. He roars in pain and shouts in common, I yield! I yield! And it's going to ready his action to see if anyone attacks him, he'll attack them in return. It just starts going, I yield! I yield!
Can I hear that? Or.
Everyone can hear it. He's shouting it pretty loud.
Okay.
I'm just not shouting because my girlfriend is sleeping in the other room.
Fair enough.
Lucian, what do you
So
do?
it's Lucian's turn then, right?
Yeah.
We're not here for you. You can leave.
Wait! Wait!
I do
Oh,
nothing
I-
with my turn. Well, ready in action in case he attacks someone.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can come out of combat now. The last 3 of the orcs have ran off. Somewhere you can hear the sound of a giant orc bull running through the trees. And it's one last guy. Like, do any of you try and stop him? He wants to just walk away, but
We probably want to ask, or I want Eskel want to ask some questions.
Yeah, I'm with him.
What they were doing here, and what was in the cart.
So Estegon comes out of the trees, bow raised. Jabzul, like, hands up with flame around them. And he's, the orc's there, he's ready to fight back if you attack him. He's not, like, throwing his weapon away. But he's not, like, swinging at anyone. He's like, I'm leaving. Get out of my way.
What exactly
Wait.
were you doing here?
Following orders.
Whose orders?
Roll an intimidation check for me, Estegon.
Very good.
Can me standing around with
Yeah,
fire
I think
and the
advantage
giant
is fair
demon dude in plate and
here. Yeah, advantage is fair here.
the scary ass gnome?
Not very good in intimidation.
Fuck you. I'm leaving. You can try and stop me, but I will kill one of you before I go down.
You
I
guys
wanted to
seem to
talk
have a
about it.
problem with doing that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait to see what Ember.
We let him
Embers
live. I just
says,
wanted
"Let
to
him
know
live."
some questions.
I'm not answering. You knife-eared fuck. So, I'm leaving.
How hurt does he look? How hurt does he look?
He looks pretty hurt, but if someone attacks him, he will attack at the same sort of moment. Like, he's readying his action as he's backing up.
Like if someone was closely, you see Eskel drawing the bow a bit, but then let's go and let the orc go.
I have questions for you and I want answers.
I'm not answering. I'm leaving.
One question and we'll let you go.
Ask
I don't
it.
want to kill you, but I do want your. I do need an answer. Fuck.
Ask your question, you muttering moron.
Who went into the cave for the displacer beasts?
He is the Hand, the master of the dead.
Why does he want?
I didn't ask. He paid my group. So we let him go in. Happy now?
One final question.
Oh
And
my
I
god, you're
promise I will let you
Gabby,
go.
aren't you?
He is.
Trust me, this is all I do is talk.
Talk and go
Those
down in
friends
a
of
fight.
yours, those friends of yours with the bull, if they managed to calm it, would they come back for the wagon?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm done.
You can leave.
He backs up slowly till he's like got a few feet out of melee range, and then just turns and starts sprinting into the woods. And pretty quickly,
That was horrendous.
At that point, Jabzul just drops to his knees and just Tyndals, you're the best. Fuck.
You're welcome. Lucian, thank you so much.
Estegon will go around,
No need.
gather his
gather his arrows.
back.
Yeah,
Arrows and traps and everything.
yeah. One
And then
of
goes
your
back to the
traps
group
is
and
is broken. It got damaged by the thunder wave, but the other one is retrievable.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'd like to rapidly loot the corpses.
Sure. You know what? I'm just gonna roll because they've probably got gold on them. So, how many orcs were there?
I would like to sit. Honestly, I would just like to sit. I don't.
Yeah.
Can
After got further, we'll come back and basically ask the group. You like
Real-
no.
real quick, are we willing to sit here and just take a minute? That might be a while.
Oh.
Or
I'd be happy to take a short rest. I'm a bit useless unless I do.
Short rest sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
That
Alright.
didn't really work. You
We'll have to keep it
find
warm.
60 silver pieces and 19 gold pieces scattered around their bodies.
I spread it evenly throughout the party. So
I think you also
So
find
that would be there's five gold pieces basically per person.
yeah, either they were orcs. They don't have a ton of wealth on them, but you do find I think on the Eye of Garamosh, one of his eyes has been like removed. Like looks like it was ritualistically removed. In its place, he's shoved in a gem. Looks like it could be worth a bit. So I think whoever who looks it over values it at about 50 gold.
we can sort that out later.
Yeah, so someone just add like
Take
50.
it, obviously.
You guys take a short rest.
Yes,
Yeah.
keeping a lookout.
Okay. I'll give you the XP then, since you're taking a rest. So,
Oh, might level up then.
2,000.
I need
I'm
to,
very close.
hydration. XP level.
Me?
5 of you, isn't there? Yeah. Everyone gets 520 experience points.
Yeah, I'm level 3.
Holy cow, nice.
Yeah, there was a
That
reason that
explains
fight
why
was...
we nearly died.
Yeah. I wasn't messing around. That was a tough fight.
How much was it exactly? 500?
520. Yeah, and you just sit there's dead orcs all around you. I mean, like, you probably have to put out some fire because there's a couple of the trees are burning. Luckily, it's drizzling, so the grass was quite wet. Otherwise, this whole section of the forest would have gone up.
Yeah, Estegon will also around. He's not that hurt. He only needs a short rest to get back to his action surge. So he would like
go around while the others, especially Jeb, I guess, and Tyndall's, can go around and also distinguish the fires.
Cool. So you go around extinguishing fires. And everyone can take a short rest. Since we're taking a short rest, well, first of all, I have to ask: do you guys want to continue going? Because I know it was a hard fight. We've kind of got a fair chunk of. We're already a little bit late. Do you guys want to continue going, or do people have to head to bed?
I'm
I
fine
know
with
we still
continuing.
found the damn displacer beasts.
I know, right?
I probably can't play for more than about another 3/4 of an hour.
Okay.
So, I mean, I could go a little bit longer, but I'd probably need to bow out.
That is fine. What about the rest of you guys?
I'm same situation as Tyndall's.
An hour and a half, but
I'm just wondering if the last encounter
Ember is still asking about the wagon. Now, as soon as I was done, like, getting my life back, I wanted
Yeah.
to go over and investigate that with.
Alright, you go over, you investigate the wagon. You kind of have to drag it away from the cave mouth in order to see into the back. Which you do, you pull the wagon away.
Lucian,
I'll help.
oh wait, it's on wheels.
You can see a cave beyond, a dark cave. The back of the wagon is just filled with filth. Like, filth, pus, ichor, feces, and a single bloated, unwell-looking dead orc. It's just like in the back, lying there on the ground, right at the back in the corner. It looks like he just dropped dead in the back. And there's enough space in here that there could have been several more. Like enough. There's quite a bit of space. It's a big wagon.
Oh, it looks like another necromancer. Seems to be many of them in these parts. I agree.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Could we take just a wee 10-minute break, just so I can go to the bathroom, get a drink and stuff? We can all.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool. So we'll just take a wee
Sorry, my
10-minute break.
Discord cut out. What was in the bag?
Filth, pus, and a dead, bloated orc.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Ember,
Great stuff.
let's burn them all.
Burn them all.
Mound a pyre and all of that.
Alright. I'm gonna go. We'll take a quick 10-minute break, or 5-minute break probably.